You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. I repeat, unwavering bias to the dumb fucking dribbler on the Instagram being like, you guys are so fucking biased. Why don't you put your bias aside?
No.
Hey, you stupid fuck. I almost want to find his name. Find his name in the, it's on the post with, I think it's on the post about coolest try, which we'll get to.
Unwavering bias.
Unwavering bias. Shut the fuck up. Welcome back, though, everyone. Eddie, how are you? Great to see you.
Great to see you,
You
mate.
walked in with like a bit of the relaxed sort of swagger of a man who's been away.
It's been a nice weekend, mate. You know, got up there, Byron, beautiful part of the world, Tom, as you well know.
Yep.
Great company.
Put a hurting on a couple of margs.
Fucking oath I did. Put a hurting on just the weekend generally, right? It was just great. You eat well, you drink well. Got sun on Saturday, hit the beach. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, lovely.
Beautiful stuff.
Like if you put a wanted sign up. Oh, yeah, Jack Saunders, who's now made his account private. He's a big old puss dog. You boys are clowns. Put your bias away.
No,
Shut up, mate.
won't be doing that.
Anyway.
Bias is what makes the world go round.
Well, it certainly makes our world go around, and it makes rugby league go round.
The backbone of our...
Who the fuck wants, like...
It's the backbone.
Measured, reasonable discourse.
You don't even get... Where do you get measured, reasonable discourse, really?
Well, yeah, you don't even get that in rugby league. So
Where
you
do
may
you
as
get
well
it?
be biased.
Tell me where you get it. Tell me where you get it. Honestly.
No, I'm not telling nothing. But yeah, there's probably a couple of wanted posters out for a couple of boys who put a hurting on a weekend. You know what I mean?
Well, we're wanted by Big Margarita, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm wanted by...
Big Tommy's Marg. Whew,
Yeah.
wanted.
I'm
'Cause
wanted
I hurt
by
them.
Big Pokies and Big Red Wine.
Big Red Wine.
Yeah, they want me. That was for yesterday, but Friday.
Big day on the Reds yesterday.
Yeah. Not like a...
Wasn't it hot yesterday?
I was at
You're
my...
getting around drinking red wine.
I was at my wife's brother's house. Lovely air conditioned. We were having lamb shoulder, red wine.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fucking good stuff.
That makes sense.
But big pokey Friday night. Went out with a couple of dads on Friday night. Real dad night.
Do you call it dad night?
Yeah.
Are you
Well-
all dads?
Yeah, it's me, Harvey and Street.
So you're all dads.
Fucking oath, yeah, it's dad night. We've got a WhatsApp group called High Level Clearance, which is what you need to be granted by your wife to be able to get out and do it. Just nip down to the Nelson, watch the footy. Again, like nothing. See, for dads, it's like I'm a horse being ridden like wild through like a field with no bloody unbridled. You know what I mean? Just got out there and just got stuck in our work. We didn't move. We sat at the bar all night and just got fucking into our work.
You sat at the bar?
At the bar. We got dinner at the bar. And then, what do you do when you're sitting there after a couple of hours? It's like, Jesus Christ, the pokies are like singing at me. Get in there, bang. 3 slaps, $1,000. Thanks for coming.
3 slaps, $1,000.
Damn.
Me and Jerry.
God damn.
$50 in each. Just like, and then we put a little hurting on margaritas. We took Street and Listo for a little dad night in terms of we just covered the night and slapped a little more. Just phenomenal, dude. It was just one of those real nice, just got fuck all to do. And then the next day, the missos were all like, well, we want to go out now. We're like, sweet. Harvey just goes, get all the kids around to our place. We just went around there, just locked them in a room and just got on it again. Ordered a fuckload of sushi for them. Like, here you go, eat this.
Eat this.
Eat this. And then girls are like, we were looking at it.
Eat this and be quiet.
Block your ears if you're a mum or if you're my wife or if you're the wife of Harvey or
Well, they don't listen.
Streety. But like...
Well, Carly does.
Jesus Christ, they can make it difficult. Like, the world would stop without them, right? Like, our life would be fucked without the mothers of our children. But they also sometimes, make it a bit too hard. Like, it's not that difficult to lock them all in a room and just throw sushi in there and then go and watch rugby league.
It's pretty simple.
Go and watch Manly win. We'll get to it. Not a big deal.
Yeah, no. iPad, sush.
Yeah. Shh. That's it. Here's some toys.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but
dude,
that makes sense to me.
That's honestly...
that makes sense.
High level, that's basically what
If I'm a kid, right, I'm going back in time if you threw like a box of shapes in there
Yeah.
or a box of scallywags or, you know,
maybe even a bag of popcorn. That's
put
what
on
you
Babe,
Yeah, thanks.
pack her up.
Disney, Mickey
Pack it
Mouse
up.
Clubhouse.
Easy.
Shut your mouth.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Then what? Oh shit. The girls are still out and about at like night time. So now we're really into our work. Oh, and they probably all need a bath. What do? 1 bath, 5 babies. Shut the fuck up. They're all clean.
I thought you was going to throw in some baby wipes and go, use these.
Mate, you literally fill up the bath. You walk in the room. You go, oh, sweet, bath's full. Just pour all the babies in there. Just let them fuck around. Like, no point really doing too much soaping. The water gets pretty fucking chat pretty quick. Like, just throw heaps of bubbles in there. Just let the bubbles do it.
Well, that's what bubbles are for.
I think so. I think bubbles are like the.
Well, bubble bath's fun, but it's also...
It's practical.
It's got to be practical.
It looks like soap. I mean, it is soap, but like, I don't know if there's a cleanly. I don't know. If
it would have to have a soapy element.
Yeah.
What would be the point of it?
Correct. Get them out.
Because you could... I mean, what happens when you put soap into a sink? It bubbles up. It's got to be the same sort of thing.
I would think so. There's
Yeah,
obviously particular soap that gets particularly bubbly.
Correct. But what would be the point of putting it in just for show?
Well, for party time.
But you can party and clean. You can double.
Yes, no, and that's
the point.
That's what Harvey and Hamish just assumed was going on. And then they're like,
and continue to.
yeah, and but they're like, how was it? It's like it was easy.
See, are you saying that the women in your life look for issues?
Well, they just...
Are you going as far as to
No,
say
I'm
that?
definitely not saying that. Again, I'd like to reiterate and just have it on the public record, Delta Goodrum style, be lost without you. But it doesn't need to be as hard as they sometimes make it. Hey, how's it going? Have you got your water? Have you got some more of this? Have you got your wipes? It's like, just fucking...
Let them live.
Let them live. If they punch on a little bit, you just walk in. The only times we'd walk in and like a punch-on's happen and you're like, what's going on? Evie, the big old snitch, just fucking... She'd snitch on everyone straight away. And
She would.
And I'm like, don't be a rat, but like it's good to know that we've got someone in here who can at least give us like...
Well, you want a rat.
You need to know what's happened, and it's like, you're a rat, but it's all right, I respect it. Well, I need it. We need it. But you just got to walk in, they punch it on you, like, just stop.
So she doesn't do well under
She sings.
interrogation.
Oh, bro, she sings straight away. She sings almost before. She'll sometimes come out and singing.
Oh, she'll come out singing.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, good weekend. Byron, though, what are you doing up there? Did you do anything fun?
Mate, we get up there. A few people have got to work. The big fella's had the day off, so I'm not working. Go out. We get a beautiful fucking a lunch. Went into light years, mate. A few margaritas off.
Were you hungover getting up there? Early flight after the stream?
Can I be honest with you? Got up and had a good day. Right as rain. I didn't get a heap of sleep, punters and dribblers. Got home at about 12. Alarm goes off 4:55. I bounce out of bed. Bounce out. Why? Because good days just flowing through my fucking veins, baby. I haven't missed a day in months.
Neither.
And I'm pumped up.
Yeah.
Go to begoodhealth.com.au. You read the reviews. There's 150 reviews on there. Everyone says the same thing. It's no bullshit. Yeah. This isn't woo-woo juice, baby.
Nah.
This is the real fucking deal. Read the reviews. Proof's in the pudding. I bounced out of bed after 4 hours sleep. Bounced out of bed. Proof's in the pudding. So get up there, put a hurting on some dumplings, hurting on some sanchoy bao, hurting on some bao buns. Like, you know the drill, bro.
That's just...
You know the drill. Yeah, like some firecracker chicken. I don't even know what that is, but it's delicious. Some fried rye, Tom. Love that shit. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Then we go down to Ray's for a couple of drinks to the cellar bar there. Start working over Tommy's margarita and a mezcal margarita, mate. Pretty good.
Bit of Mexico guy over here.
Mexico guy over here. You know? We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. We're young, free. We don't have kids. You know? We're living life to the fullest whilst we still can and celebrating that. Mm. It's a celebration of kidless energy. It is.
Everyone that was there was kidless energy.
Oh, that's why they were there. Like, I love you. I love all you guys, but you got kids. And we'll join you eventually, but not yet.
Listen, it looked like 3 couples that are still kidless.
We're kidless.
You can see it on the face.
And and there's chatter about kids. You know, we're in the final throes of
the last days of Rome.
This is,
warming up your balls. You're trying to get your jizz to a right temperature.
Exactly right. Last days of Rome, take your clothes off and dance, That's it. And that's what you do. You get the Margies in. You go out to dinner, chow, mate. Beautiful place. We go to the pub in Bangalore. We're just pounding them off the wood, mate. Watching rugby league football. Ripper games too.
Huge, some great games.
Ripper games.
Saturday had some good games.
Dogs Chooks.
Oh. The Nelson was fucking heaving for Dogs Chooks.
Mate,
Sucked in Roosters,
mate,
by
all
the
the boys are in there, fucking all ages. Everyone's frothing, getting on, hugging, kissing. We weren't hugging and kissing, but you could have. You felt that sort of energy because people love rugby league. And it was a bit wet. It was a bit windy. It was a bit sort of, that there's a feeling around when it's wet.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
It's
Wet
like
Fridays.
it's people become closer in some sort of way, you know.
Well, everyone's inside.
Everyone's inside.
Everyone's inside. It's just like you've got to huddle a little bit closer. You know, there's just the wet was good on Friday. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, people got flooded. Apologies to you. Not apologies. It wasn't my fault, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you didn't get flooded, so it was good for you.
It was great for me. My house did leak a little bit.
Did it?
It's a big deal.
That's annoying.
It's not the end of the world.
Then the next day, mate, you get up, you go and get breakfast, and then the sun's out. You're like, fuck yeah.
Dude,
we don't have lunch till 3 o'clock. Let's go to the beach. Let's sun our penises and vaginas.
The sun being out on Saturday after, I thought we were fucked all weekend. Rando,
well, shout
from
out
memory,
to the Bureau.
was wet weather.
Shout out to the Bureau. No one's worse at their jobs. No one. Sorry. No one's worse at their jobs. And listen, I would respect the Bureau more if they came out and go, you know what? Weather's super hard to predict. We've got fuck all idea. Do not watch, basically we have no idea what's going to happen.
Well, you know how Graham Annesley comes out on a Monday and goes, we got that call wrong. We got that call wrong. That call was right. Like the Bureau should come out on Monday and go, hey guys, I know we predicted fucking weather that was going to be piss and rain all weekend and there was going to be rain-affected rugby league. We were partially right, but obviously we weren't entirely right, and that may have fucked some of your bets. For the rest of the
listen.
And that's on us.
I'm sorry that we got Saturday horribly wrong. Like the wettest day in Byron was supposed to be Saturday. It was the best, comfortable. It was like sun all day long. It rained at night, but give a shit. It's nighttime. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who cares? Also, Bureau, stop giving me weather forecasts a month out. You don't know 40 hours out.
No, you don't.
Let's put 40 days away. 60-day forecasts. What are we talking about?
Calm down.
Calm all the way down, or at least have an asterisk going. This is completely wrong at the top.
Yeah. This is basically, we're just trying to fill some space on the website.
Madness. And I've been a sucker for a 60-day forecast. Try having a weather and not look up the 60-day forecast.
A wedding?
As in, like, if you've got
No,
a wedding
said a
coming
weather.
up. Oh, a wedding.
Just
Thank
making sure
you.
that's what you meant.
So, sun comes out, brown the dick, nip over the road to the treehouse, mate, have a couple there. Then we go out for a long lunch. Beautiful. Unbelievable food. Shout out to the hut. Incredible. Incredible time.
Have you seen...
Then we go watch Manly.
Which we'll get to later. Now, you were getting some... I don't even know if you'd say it was heat, but on the P's and D's, there was some drawing comparisons to your outfit, at least one of them, and 2.5 Men era Charlie Sheen.
I don't even know what that is.
You've never seen 2.5 Men?
Yeah, I have. But I can't remember what he wore.
Can we please just get up? Maybe even see if you can find it. It gave me a rugby league chuckle yesterday.
Get it up. Newsflash, wasn't on P's and D's at all on the weekend.
Salt and pepper match, by the way.
Quite a
Just on P's and
few waiting to get in.
Are they?
You know, well, I've let them all in, which means the bots are in there.
The
So
bots are in
apologies.
there. We got some bots coming.
I'm not going to go through and individually allow 350 people in. I'm sorry.
I thought we had a fucking questionnaire in there.
No one knows the answer.
Which is shocking to me.
No. Do you know how many people know the answer? It'd be 10%.
Okay, but if they don't know the answer, then they just shouldn't be able to get in.
You don't want to let them in.
Well, if you don't know the answer, then you're probably not a punter and a dribbler. You're coming from the wrong part of the world. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you know the other thing with the bots.
Here we go. So that's you, and I don't know who that guy
You know
is.
that guy doesn't even... This guy here didn't even know he was talking to. Didn't even know it was me.
How not? Does he?
Because he was off his guts. I was like, mate, love your hat. He's like, yeah, right, sweet, whatever. And I was like, you don't know who I am, do you? He's like, nah. I go, well, whose hat's that? He goes, Tom and Eddie's. I'm like, right. Correct.
How does he obviously just listens
Max
or like?
Clear.
I don't know. It was funny.
He said in the caption, Max clips of being oblivious fame.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. So yeah, Eddie dresses like prime Charlie Sheen, and then just go into the comments. Someone's got a photo in there. Look at that fucking gear,
Like those
dude.
bowling
Yeah,
sort
you
of
do. You
shirts.
dress like prime Charlie Sheen.
Fuck yeah.
And then they're saying that this is you, me, and Tobler.
and you're in the end.
Yep.
What happened to that bloke?
The kid?
No, the guy in the end. The brother.
I mean, I don't think any of them really did anything after that show.
Charlie included.
No, well, Charlie fucking lost the plot while he was on the show, I believe.
He did. That was when he was
And then
talking
they got,
about... what was he talking about?
Tiger blood. And he was banging 8-gram rocks and finishing him because that's how I roll. That was a real fucking cultural moment, Charlie.
Mate, you remember we used to come home every single day and watch what he'd put up? And he'd put up everything.
No, he put
up a new video every day. It was
he was
unbelievable.
the king of the internet for a couple of months.
Loved it.
Yeah, it was fucking good.
And then they replaced him with Ashton Kutcher.
I mean,
Oh, whoa.
the show was shit regardless.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I mean, that's a mistake.
But John Cryer hasn't really got up to much. He was in a couple of superhero TV shows after 2.5 Men, but nothing notable.
Oh, boring.
Yeah. And that kid became like a religious freak. Do you know he was like the money? Could you just look up what that kid was earning a week? I know,
Wasn't it like $1 million?
it was like $1 million or something fucked up.
I think Charlie's getting $1 million an episode or more.
2.
$2 million.
Again, I could be making
A lot of dough.
Anyway, I do like the Sheen comparison there.
Apparently, he was making like $532,000 an episode.
Jesus Christ, you'd hate to fucking
The kid.
squander that.
Anyway, so, had a big night. Wake up the next day, pouring rain. Like that night, it was pouring rain, which I just couldn't have liked more.
Fucking oath.
Sleeping while it's pouring rain is as good as it gets.
Well, do you listen to rain noises? And I'm not just texting here. I'm just getting another thing. Do you listen to rain noises at night?
Yep.
It's the only way to do it.
I've come in and out of it. I used to do it a lot, then I stopped doing it for years, and I'm back onto it.
I only started doing it because of the kids.
Cologne rain or whatever.
And then they are not even in the room anymore, and I'm still fucking popping it on.
It's nice.
It's very nice. It's tranquil. But nothing beats the real thing.
Nothing beats the real thing.
No.
They're not the same.
They're not the same thing. Because you can hear rain, but you can also feel rain. You can feel
Feel
rain.
right out of me mouth, mate.
Yep.
So that's it. That's
a
what we
weekend.
got up
That's a
to.
big fucking
Puss
horny weekend.
dudes.
Big horny weekend.
Big horny weekend. Big horny week coming up.
Yep.
Big horny weekend coming
Big
up.
horny week. Fucking the Hacker Major this Friday.
Shout out to those that bought tickets.
Yep. Sold out in 7 seconds.
For those of you that didn't, shame on you.
Well, I think there was plenty that tried. With respect to
People that didn't try.
Well, if you didn't try, go fuck yourself, is all I would say. You know what I mean?
And I'd agree. Weather looks good too. Let's hope they get this right.
Yeah, sorry, Bureau people. I don't trust you. I trust weather.
Well,
I don't
you've got to
trust the
earn
Bureau.
my trust.
Yeah.
You've got to earn my trust.
I trust the weather. And I trust that it's going to do right by us. I don't trust the Bureau.
Yeah, big difference.
Punters and Dribblers, the podcast today, as always, brought to you by the number one multivitamin, Getting Around. That's Good Day. Time to take your nutritional health seriously, Punters and Dribblers. This is good stuff. It's good quality stuff. We're helping people out, men and women. But, Eddie, let's get another review going for the Punters and Dribblers.
I will. Now, he's taken a photo of the box and the mailer that it goes in, and he's written on it himself, not with his own handwriting, but he's done it digitally. Not made in the back of some cunt's shed. That's an Edward Simpson quote.
Yes.
And it's not. It's made by legit people. Never skimp on quality. That's what we believe here at Hello Sport. Now, the reviews are true. I'm on my second run of Good Day. Thank you, brah. And Dribblers, the reviews are true. Tried many multivitamins over the years and never thought they really helped. But Good Day is different. It actually works. Moods are better. More energy. Afternoons don't hit hard like a Homole or a Kawatu tackle anymore. Don't doubt this product's P's and D's. Get some Good Day India. You'll love it. BeGoodHealth.com.au. Use code Dribblers, 20% off. Like, it works.
And just...
It works.
Like people do, and again, as I keep saying this because we're not trying to get you to change multivitamins. If you're already on one that works, by all means, stick with them. But in the multivitamins I've had in the past, tablet form is actually way worse to getting you like the maximum amount of payload as we use in the industry. We being us because we're in the industry. But that's why the sachet powders is actually so much more effective, and that's why Good Day is the best.
Correct. And that's why gummies are a bit of a G-up. Don't get in the payload in there. It's all fucking glucose and sugar keeping that fucking thing together. There's nothing good in it.
No.
If it's not a drink, don't bother. Pretty simple. Be good health.
It's not Good Day.
Correct.
Don't bother.
Exactly right.
Now, Eddie, there has been some sport on the weekend.
Yes.
We did sort of slightly get into the Roosters Bulldogs game. When we talk rugby league, it's thanks to KO, but we've also got some other big things to talk about later on in the show. Re-UFC
And re-KO.
And re-KO.
But just a friendly reminder that KO does show every game of rugby league.
It's a very friendly reminder.
So.
Just look at the product placement there on this WrestleMania. They've got Jake Paul fighting, and there's just someone in a full
that's
bottle.
Speed. He's like a YouTube streamer.
In a prime bottle.
I respect it.
Well, we might need to get Tobler or Cody in a fucking good day
Box.
or a big day bottle and just walking around the office.
Could stand on the street with like a sign.
Yeah. I like that. Spinning a sign.
Yeah, I think that could work. Anyway, so what was the Thursday game we watched? Broncos Storm. Fuck, that was a good game. That was a fucking good game. I was just trying to remember. We don't need to go through that. We had the whole fucking stream on it. Shout out to Joyride and Archie for coming in.
Good night.
It was great fun, dude.
Really fun night.
Yeah, I loved it. That fucking yarn about pranking Michael Slater.
Unbelievable.
That your pads are stuck in the S-band is again.
At
At
5 in the morning.
Yeah, at 5 in the morning.
And him answering is just unbelievable.
Could you, the Bulldogs beating the Roosters, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but they were 18-0 before the game started really getting chaotic, at least from memory. Blake Taft scoring in the first minute. So was that off the kickoff? I missed the start of the game.
When did Dom Young get sent off? 26 minutes. So they'd scored 3 times already.
Yeah, it was 18-0, I'm pretty
After
sure.
15 minutes.
Now, the comeback was incredible.
The comeback was insane. That's where it was at the Nelson. Just absolutely, they were just going fucking psycho.
But the Dogs were on top before the send-off.
Yes.
So don't get that twisted.
Teddy went off with a KO. Blake Taft went off with a KO.
Sam Walker
went off.
Mate.
Another dog guy. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Heaps of people went off.
The best way to describe the game was pure bedlam.
Chaos.
Absolute bedlam. I was begging for a kick out because minus 10.5 was just the easiest bet of all time. Makes me want to have tripled it. That's for a bad even. We'll talk about that later. But, Wednesday. I got to shout out Rando though, because he was onto it with the Roosters hating the wet. It's like 6 on the trot now.
Yeah, they don't.
Can't play wet weather football. Can't play it.
I like that. The comeback that the Roosters had against the Dogs is obviously shit. But if I'm a Dogs fan, obviously I would have been pooing my little pants. Pantyhose. But I almost feel like for a shit team that's just sort of becoming good or improving, they almost don't know what the fuck is to do when you've got a lead. It's not like you just necessarily become great across the board. Maybe now your attack's getting better because you've got some good attacking players. But then defending a lead, you're when you're out in front, you're like, this feels different. What the fuck do I do now?
They get imposter syndrome.
Hey, the fucking Roosters were 2 players down almost.
They got imposter syndrome.
They were 2 players down. They were at the end of the game. They had Tom Young red carded and then Victor Adley got sin bin and the Roosters scored.
Again, they completely wig out when they're in the lead. They've got imposter syndrome and they go, what do you do? It's not like Melbourne, who's always been good. Think about Melbourne. When they get a lead, they just choke the game out of you.
Even the way that Melbourne came back against the Broncos was just
That's what they do. That's what they've always done.
That was a great game of football.
Whereas clubs like the Dogs, clubs like the Tigers, who, historically, at least for the last, 15 years, have been pretty shit. 10 years even? Maybe more like 10. Then they don't know what the fuck they're doing when they're leading games by big margins. What was it, 26-0?
This one?
Was it 26-0?
26-0?
I think it was.
at halftime, yeah.
Fucking
26-0. So that's a lead they probably haven't had in quite some time. So you go into the sheds at halftime, you're drying off. And I reckon everyone's looking around at each other going, what the fuck's going on? You go out there and you basically give it back to them. Thank God they hung on because that would have been their season done. You give up that sort of lead to 10 men or 11 men, then it's season over. Pack it up. It's all gone.
The Roosters, with respect,
well, can I say something controversial? And it's not controversial. You and I have been saying it since 2019. The Roosters of the last 10 years after 2013 have been the biggest underperformers in the comp, I think.
After which year?
So take out the Cooper Cronk years.
Oh, okay.
And after 2013.
I mean, it's hard to take out the back-to-back fucking premierships.
No, but what I'm saying is they needed Cooper Cronk to get it done. And without him, they have struggled year after year after year.
Yeah.
They've been missing the 8 and shit. Or if they've been making it, they've been sneaking in by going on like 10-game runs and then getting crushed in the finals.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing. Robbo can't coach.
No disrespect either. Can't coach. Yeah, they're just not good, dude. They're not good.
Their side is so sick, and they just can't seem to get it together because they don't have Cooper Cronk anymore.
Which is tough, right? You need the greatest player. Well, not the greatest, one of the greatest halfbacks of all time. Let's get out of this game. Fuck it. Up the Dogs. Up the Dogs.
Shout out to their jersey, which was sick.
Yeah, I don't really care about the Knights and the Dragons. It was
the only thing I'll say about that is that it was fucking wet.
It was so wet.
It pours at McDonald Jones.
Yeah.
We've been there before. We know it.
It
gets wet up there. It's a wet part of the world.
Wet. Dude, did you see Lomax's flick pass, actually?
No.
Dude, his flick pass was fucking psycho. I'll say this. I don't know if there's a meme, like, template of this sort of a thing, but, like, Lomax not in a contract year versus Lomax in a contract year. Like, you know what I mean? It's like fucking you or me trying to sing and then Adele.
Yeah.
He just does it like playing for a fucking contract. Or like not really a contract, but like, am I going to the fucking Eels?
Would it be the Drake one? Like,
sort of.
You know?
Look at this. Look at this flick.
Oh, it's good. He's a big, strong boy, isn't he?
He's a big, strong boy. Big, strong rugby league footballer.
Big, strong boy.
But yeah, she was wet. And I think Flano is making some changes this week.
Oh, is he making some
changes,
mate?
Changes, mate.
Yeah, mate. He's going to make some changes,
Gonna make some changes, mate.
Listen, you can change all you want. Your side sucks.
Yeah, you're sucked in. Mad Drag. Did you see Mad Dragon's rev up video though for this week?
No.
Get it up. Get that.
Show me.
Get it right up now.
I love not having seen this.
It's some of his best work. Some of his best work. I'm not even joking.
Turn it up. Everywhere.
G'day Dragons fans, it's game day!
His kids are in the other room of the house, you know what I mean?
Taking on the Newcastle Knights.
Trying to sleep.
We've been home for the last couple of weeks. This time we hit the road. So we need to let the Knights know who we are. Now for this video, it's interactive. I need your help. I want you to turn the volume up loud. I want you to put it on speaker so those around you can join in as well. You've got to sing it with me. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go, people want to know, people want to know who we are, and where we come from. So we tell them, we are the Dragons. We are the Dragons. The mighty, mighty Dragons. The mighty, mighty Dragons. And when they say, that's not a location. It's not a location. This is what we tell them. Oh, when I say St. John, you say Illawarra. St. John. Illawarra. St. John. Illawarra. St. John. Illawarra. You say St. George, I say Illawarra. St. George. Illawarra. St. George. Illawarra. St. George. Illawarra.
Oh my God.
Together now. Dragons. Dragons.
Oh my God, right.
Dragons! Dragons! Come on, Dragons fans! Fire!
him in the fucking Louvre, that
Yeah.
cunt. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That's his best, I reckon.
Well,
the backflip.
The backflip. He says he's retired the backflip for good. I'm
Why?
like, I don't know.
I thought that was
Like, I don't know why he's retired the backflip.
because it didn't work.
It didn't work, but none of these things work. Like, that didn't work on the weekend. Is he never going to say, come on, Dragons fans, fire up?
Great point. I think it was more about the backflip. It was tied to good luck. Without a shadow of a doubt.
He said that the backflip is retired, as well as the face paint, because you got to try and do different shit every week. Doing the same thing gets pretty dull.
Backflip does not get dull. Face paint, face paint. No, doesn't
As
move
if
the needle.
the backflip put him on the map.
Yeah, and listen, I don't necessarily think you need to do the backflip every week, but like,
If you're feeling it,
you know,
should
like
do
when
a
the All
back-
Blacks bring out the Kappa or Punga for like
Big
the
games.
really hectic games, like
Yeah.
when there's a game that really matters and you need a haka that's going to fucking get the people going, Kappa or Punga. If it's a big game, Dragons, you need to get people going, then I think it's backflip city, dude.
He's got to do backies for the big games.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Backing for the big ones.
Yeah. Back yourself in. Dude, I'd like to get a photo of him on a T-shirt mid-backy.
There's a lot of things I want to do with the Mad Dragon.
Yeah, I know.
That'd be one of them
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
one of plenty.
One of plenty.
Anyway,
Obviously, the Rabbitohs put a line through them. They're done. It's all over.
well, it's full line through stuff.
Very, very interesting. You know, now that we've got context, Tom, which we didn't really have last year when Burgess left, it's all making a lot of sense now.
Yeah, it is big time. And he is starting to look like he knew what he was talking about. You know, where it was like preferential treatment of players, all that sort of shit. I mean, it would seem like that's the go, right? Like their big name players are not doing enough. It's hard. Like, do you drop Trell or Cody? I mean, Trell's going to be suspended now because he's getting kind of grubby. But like, what do? Do you drop them? You can't. Ilias has fucking broken his leg. He's out for ages now.
He broke his leg.
New South Wales Cup.
Yeah.
Did he?
I'll get the video up. It's
And then
pretty
friend-
Because
green.
he was probably going to come back soon, but they would have needed to bring him back.
Friend of the
wouldn't
show, Braithen Astor, on his Instagram stories, put up a thing being like, get well. And then it was like, should have been in the team anyway. It's a joke. Like, so Braith's not happy.
he? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Braith pissed off.
Braith pissed off.
Manager Braith. I don't want to see it. Fuck that.
No, I don't want to see it.
Oh.
It's too.
Get
It's
that
too.
away. I don't
random.
He went up for a kick and
His leg
his
wrapped
foot
around another
collided
leg.
with the player's knee.
Well,
and fractured his leg.
He's not supposed to go at the legs with the kicking.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't go. The guy didn't go at his. See,
didn't see
he's
it,
actually did. I take that back. He
He's
went at it.
100%
He's
going at his
100%
legs.
going at his legs. Ugh.
It's about this time where the conspiracy theories start coming out. I can't remember who it was in one of our group chats being like, did Wayne Bennett purposefully pick Demetrio knowing that he can't coach?
Listen,
And I'm
Wayne,
like, that's a long bow.
Wayne does have a history of the club, the coach following Wayne at any club is fucking.
So maybe that like,
What, like Seabold at the Broncos? Was that
Seabold
after
at
Wayne?
Broncos. Who was it after Wayne at the Knights? Maybe Nathan Brown.
who was it after him? The Broncos the first time.
Ivan Henjak, I believe. Who was that? Him after the Dragons? Steve Price. Now, it could be that you're following a fucking world-class all-timer.
Who has success everywhere he goes and success hard to recreate. You could argue that.
But Demetrio's, like, all the reports now, it's like pressure, big time pressure. Barely beat the Bulldogs. Fucking absolutely pounded in the ass by the Warriors. Latrell, I mean, fuck, like, sometimes you feel like you can't, or Pete, you can't speak ill of the man, again, for what he's doing on the football field. But, like, that fucking elbow, did you see that elbow he put in Sean Johnson's face? That was rogue, dude.
Yeah, it's grubby
That's
stuff.
not like an accident.
It's grubby stuff. It just is.
Like
you got to be able to call certain acts grubby.
Behaviour has been less than impressive. He's in the news every single fucking week.
Jesus Christ. Getting some deliveries here today, punters and dribblers. Apologies. Actually, no, I'm not going to apologise.
Don't apologise for getting deliveries.
We just are.
You shouldn't apologise.
No, that's a great point, and I took it back.
Yeah.
I retracted it. Consider it taken back. I would like to ask you a question, Tom. You obviously don't know. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Correct.
This answer that you provide is not going to be informative in any way, shape, or form. And you have no idea as to the inner workings and inner thoughts of the Rabbitohs generally.
Correct.
However, if you were to throw caution to the wind and provide an estimated length of survival for one Jason Demetrio, what would you put it at?
Well, who are they playing this weekend?
They got the Sharks on Saturday night.
They lose that.
Well, the nature of the loss will be important as well, but I think he's probably got a couple of games, maybe 2, maybe 1, maybe none.
If they get spanked this weekend against Sharks,
They have a good team as well.
Given how many games they've lost in the last 20, you'd have to say time to go.
To be honest as well, like it's Latrell's behaviour on the field is grubby as shit, right? But he's not really the main reason. He's not playing well, but like their forwards are as soft as baby shit.
Soft as butter. They're not providing a
They've
platform.
got a decent side as well, but their forwards are just pussies.
And I know they've had injuries, but so's everyone.
Whatever, dude. You didn't
So's
know
everyone.
you weren't that injured last year.
Cameron Murray, Jacob Host, Keon, Tom Burgess, Damien Cook, Tobler.
Listen, of that forward pack, Murray, Keon, Burgess, Cook, all representative footballers. Totola's pretty good. Host, he didn't score 2 for me on the weekend.
Didn't score 1.
Didn't even score 1. And that's no disrespect to you, Jacob. You have only scored 5 games in your entire career. So I was definitely throwing the bat at it, as it were. A swing and a miss. But that's not a bad side. Like, as in, it's not a... There are worse forward packs in the comp.
Fucking oath there is. Go to their backs. Latrell, Thompson, Whiten, Tuss, Tane Milne, Cody Walker, Dean Hawkins. Like, Dean's not up to it. I think we can agree.
Well, listen, no knock on Dean, but maybe this wasn't an Elias.
Put it this way. The Rabbitohs, through their own decision-making, have gone from Adam Reynolds to Dean Hawkins.
Yeah.
That's what's happened.
That's
what's happened. Yeah. And it's entirely your fault.
Demetrio was like, nah.
That's it. He is the one that put you there.
Yeah.
So when I'm at the board meeting, the crisis meeting that'll probably come up, they'd be in one right now, and they'll be in one next week if the Sharks pound them, and you'd be going. The bloke that put us in this position
is the current coach.
As the current coach, and his record after the last 20 games is the worst in the comp.
And club legend, premiership hero, Clive Churchill medalist Sam Burgess knows what he's talking about fame. Was like the standards of a tone set of fame, of standard set of fame, of like follow me boys into battle fucking.
Of eye socket first hit up, Clive Churchill fame, of should be in bronze out the front of the fucking Redfern Oval fame.
He said that there's preferential treatment at the club and that people aren't being held to account, and he got made to fuck off. And basically from that moment on, poo.
Poo.
So
their only win this year against the Dogs was pure shit as well. So there's that. And they lost many, many games at the back end of last year. Yeah, great start, but what does that mean?
They've won just 5 of their past 15 games since round 11 last season when they were at the top of the ladder.
5 of 15. That's bottom of the table stuff.
Yeah.
Just is. That's math. Not just rugby league math, that's pure math.
It's funny as well because I remember when Jack Whiten was signed, everyone's like, fuck, dude, Rabbitohs next year, going to be hectic. How about this Rabbitohs side? And it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a gentle reminder, Tom, that there's 17 players in a team and that one's going to make a difference, but it's not like the NBA. You know what I mean? Where Steph Curry can take you from nothing to something. Or to win the fucking thing. It's not like that. Bit different. And Jack Whiten's not on a 7 either. So he doesn't have super amounts of control on
He could go to 6, Cody to 7. They want, like, Latrell's going to be
They're going to have to now.
Latrell's out for 3 weeks now, but they're saying when he comes back, putting him in the centres. That's what Joey's calling for. Joey's got a stalker, by the way. We'll get to that.
We will get to that. Been charged. So we're sort of getting it. We're
We're sort of getting to it now. I guess all I'd say, though, the only problem is that with Joey's stalker, like, I'd consider myself a stalker of Joey as well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily follow him around all the time.
Well,
but like, I can understand the mentality of a man who wants to just stare at Joey.
Well, yeah, but would you follow him down into the water and stare in the shallows?
I can't say for sure.
And then follow him
Well, I
back
think what
home.
you're trying to say is it's actually surprising he hasn't had a couple earlier.
Maybe. Do you know what I mean? Like 05 Joey, that's it. Like there's a chance that I would have some sort of an episode where I'm flashing back to 05 Joey memories. What am I? I'm a 16-year-old red-blooded Australian male, and I see Andrew Johns waiting in the shallows at Bronte Beach. I might just start paddling over to him. And without realising, I might follow him home.
I wonder if it was our mate Louis.
I didn't want to say that, but I thought it could be Louis.
His new T-shirts.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah, it was all fun and games at the start, but Louis taking it too far.
Louis taking it too far now. He's trying to climb on my board when I'm having a surf.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too. I hope it's not Louis. I might call him after this.
Yeah,
just
we
make
might have
sure.
to check in on Louis. Do you want to call him now? Just call him. Just go, mate. We just want to check that it wasn't you stalking Joey.
Yeah, sweet. Debo.
Come on.
No luck.
Well, he might be fucking in prison.
Fuck.
He might be locked up.
That's why he's not answering.
Yeah.
He's gone too far.
If he'd answered, we'd be like, thank God. But he's not answering.
I'm actually worried
Now
now.
I'm worried.
Because he would, he's been,
Well, he's a mover and shaker, Louis. He's a man about town, social butterfly. But sometimes you can take moving and shaking too far.
Yeah, you can. And especially if Joey's not feeling it.
And I saw Louis on Friday night. I did see him. And he seemed okay.
Well, the man's been charged with breaching his bail conditions, and so he's in custody at the moment.
Well, he's not answering.
He's not answering.
So I'm concerned.
Anyway,
pray for Louis.
Look, if you want to help support Louis, who might need a bit of money, 5 by Flynn, just go in there and help him maybe with his bail.
By buying stuff.
Buy some 5 by Flynn.
I think that's great. Yep. That's a nice touch.
Yep.
I think what's probably happened with Joey though is in 05, Tom, everyone would have been following him into the water. Everyone's looking at him. Everyone's stalking him. And so it's normal then, almost. But now that, he's been out of the game for a while, he's not 05 Joey. He still is, but he's not in the afterglow of that performance. Yep. Then he's probably starting to notice when people are taking it too far.
Well, I think as well, and Tobler, maybe you can confirm this, I think the guy might have been outside his house.
Yeah, so he followed the guy he followed Joey from the beach back to his house and was hanging out the front of his house. And then the next morning, he was at the same cafe as Joey. And that's when Joey got sus and called the cops.
That's pretty fucking terrifying. Can you just read the whole thing out? Because outside the house is serious. That's where you go, what the fuck? But it felt like it happened quite quickly. And it can happen quickly for you to be like, hey, dude, I feel like I'm getting stalked.
Since March.
Well, as first reported by News Corp, the icon was allegedly followed back to his home by a 27-year-old man after having a surf at Bronte Beach. And then
Lou would be about 27.
The Newcastle Knights legend is reported to have first encountered the man on March 29 during a surfing session where the man is alleged to have followed him into the water and stared at him. And then after returning home, Johns allegedly spotted the same man outside his house. And then Johns is also alleged to have seen the same man at a local cafe the following day on March 30th. So then Johns called the police and the man was arrested.
I wonder if he confronted him. How would you handle a stalker? Now, obviously, we aren't 05 Joey, but you don't need to be to have a stalker.
No, you don't. You can be a no one.
You could be a no one.
Plenty of people get stalked who are
nobodies. Usually chicks by horny fucking losers.
Yes, correct.
How would you handle a stalker? Would you confront him? Go, can you fuck off, mate? Or
you'd have to say something eventually. You'd have to. What else would you? Or was that fueling their fire?
I don't know.
Do they want that response?
Maybe they just want to engage with you.
They'd almost want that, wouldn't they?
It'd be hard not to say something from out the side of your house.
I had a stalker.
He had a
I had a
stalker?
stalker when I was working
What?
at the Royal. Yeah.
No way.
He'd come
You
up,
had one?
Yes.
He'd come up to the cocktail bar that I was working at every night and just sit in the corner and stare at me for ages.
That's right. dude.
He'd also come into the bottle shop every time I was there, just go look at wine, but then just
And he would
stare
hang
at me.
outside Mum's house. I confronted him.
He was looking in over the fence.
Over the
at
fence
Mum's
in the
place.
house.
He was staring at.
He was
The one down the road there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd,
Get fucked.
yeah, he'd follow me around. And then one time I was walking back home and he walked past and he grabbed me. It's like, I was coming to see you. And I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
What did you say anything to him?
Yeah, I mean, he was fucking unhinged, so I just kind of was just like, yeah, okay, man.
I
And
did.
I was young, I was 21, so I was a bit wigged out.
He was
And then
looking
it
over
Mum.
Mum's fence, and I came out the front and I go, "Get the fuck away from our house, you fucking freak! Leave my brother alone." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I go, "You know exactly what I'm fucking talking about." I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a fucking weird fuck. Like,
That was a bit
fuck
triggering.
off, or I'm gonna fuck you up. I was like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you if I see you back here. Leave my brother alone. And then he just fucked off.
Did you see him again?
No, he
So
Mate,
there-
there was a couple of times. There was a really hot dude who worked at the bar.
Sexy Nick?
No, it was Handsome Rob.
Oh yeah.
So
He was hot.
I saw. I was.
We sexualized everyone.
Yeah. I
Handsome
saw.
Rob, Sexy Nick.
I saw the guy walking up to the bottle shop. I was like, fuck. I was like, actually, Robbie, can you go cover the bottle shop for a minute? I've got to go to the toilet. Because in my head, I was like, oh, he's going to see Handsome Bob. I'm going to be old news and he's going to go transfer.
Just push him on someone else to
Yeah.
store.
I tried to
Shake
push him
on
onto
Handsome
somebody
Rob.
else. And then I came back to the bottle shop. He's still there. He was like, I was waiting for you. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. dude. And he was big. Like he was tall, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was quite big.
Not like a jacked guy, but just like he was quite tall.
How long was he to stalking you for? Like that whole process?
A month or so?
Fucking
That's so
hell.
funny, dude. I forgot about that guy until we was just talking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, you got a fucking stalker.
Wow, that's hectic.
That was fucking Jesus.
That
Christ.
is so
That
epic.
guy was a freak show, dude. Anyway,
Pray for Joey.
pray for Joey. That wouldn't be nice.
No, it wouldn't.
I started making light of it until I remembered that Will was stalked, and I was like, actually, that was a fucking scat period of time. Well, it was like a scat vibe.
Well, he's on bail, so. Or he's
No,
he's locked up, which is good.
Yeah, he listed his Bondi address of his residence, and it didn't actually exist.
So this
So
guy's
then
a
they
bit of a
got him and then-
cracked cunt.
Oh, so this guy's a weirdo.
I think so.
Etch.
Punters and dribblers, we are brought to you by Neds. They are the best betting platform. They are our dear friends. And they are big supporters of us here at Hello Sport, at About Even, at Shane Keith Productions.
And they got away with a couple on the weekend. They saw Edward Simpson coming and they were shaking in their boots. God, I got close across the board. Almost had an immortal bet with Tommy Turbo just going short on 2 tries. We didn't score 2 tries. You know what I mean? Wasn't unders in the Canberra game. Kicko doesn't go over for the Dogs. Tigers fuck me.
Jacob Host doesn't score 2 tries.
Oh, I know, dude. You were so close in that bet. All you needed to happen was Host to score 2 tries.
And he didn't.
And he didn't score any.
No.
That was annoying.
Yeah, that was close. Neds would have been like nervous.
Oh, dude, they would have been so nervous. Even up to like the 79th minute, there was still a chance that Jacob Host scored 2 tries.
Even when he's off the field.
I know. There was such a chance that he just scored 2 tries, you know?
Yeah. Now, the beauty of Neds, punters and dribblers, is that obviously if you watch About Even, you'll see all of our rugby league bets, but we also like to get some bets going, some civilian bets. You can if you're on Ned's app, you can follow the profiles. You can follow our personal profiles. You can go and see absolutely everything we're getting on. You can follow along if you want to, or you can just see them and then you can bring it up to us in the street and tell us we're shit at punting.
That's a great point. If you want to follow our civvy bets, you're going to need to sign up to Neds and come follow us on our profiles. You're going to need to do that. Also, just ask around. People are making the move over to Neds and they're loving every minute of it.
Loving it. You can also get in our private chat group where we all share bets together. That's the About Even chat group, the largest chat group on Neds that isn't an open one. The secret passcode is Dribblers, so get in there as well. It's just fucking easy. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website. When you just left there, Willie was like, yeah, it was fucked up, but it was also like, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, kids still got it. Yeah. There would be an element of that, I think. Like,
Well, that's why he goes down to that gay gym every morning.
Yeah, that's true, right?
keep the tires pumped up.
Yeah, that's true. That's nice. But yeah, there is like there's stalking, and then there's like, you know, if there's like a gay man, or I guess a chick as well, but like chasing you, it'd be fucking. You wouldn't enjoy it, but
Well, it'd be flattering to start with, and then it gets annoying.
yeah.
That's probably one way to look at it.
Probably. That's probably the best way to look at it.
What else we got here?
Mate, I don't know how you
Was there any
feel
game
about
on
this.
Saturday night?
I don't know about Saturday night, actually. Oh,
Dolphins,
yeah.
Tigers.
Well, yeah, that was a good game. That was a good
Tigers fuck me.
game. Yeah, Tigers, well, they fucked me too. But Oldham went over, and then they took it off him. So I don't know if that was a forward pass, but it fucked me. I just wanted to quickly talk about the Eels. I know there was some more stuff on Saturday. Correct me if I'm wrong here. In terms of, like, things that conventional wisdom, like, we don't believe in anymore. Santa Claus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tooth Fairy?
Well, that one's still up for debate.
Okay. Santa Claus?
Yep.
The age of the pyramids?
Yep.
The Eels being a premiership threat before this year, let alone when the sun explodes. Like, that's all fiction, right? That's all woo-woo.
I tell you what is shocking to me, shocking in the extreme, is that the Eels were $2 underdogs without Mitch Moses.
Wait, they were underdogs?
No, yeah.
Favourites, you mean?
No, they weren't.
That's
it's $1.82. Raiders were slight favourites. Slight.
I mean, the Eels cannot play rugby league without Mitchell Moses, it would seem. And I think
they have never been able to.
I don't want to.
They've never been able to.
I brought this up with Streety on Friday night, and he got very defensive. He'll say he didn't, but Dylan Brown. How old is Dylan Brown? Like he should be leading a side if he's the lead playmaker. He should be able to.
He's 23.
Fuck, he's young. He's been playing for a while now. Like he'd be on a good wicket.
Well, you want him to have a bit more.
I think he's overrated, and I just mean that with the greatest of respect.
Well, can we look at this differently? Are the Eels just absolute garbage across the board without Mitch Moses?
Well, and it also makes Mitchell Moses look very good. Like, as in, I mean, he obviously is very good. He's played Origin, but like, this is making Dylan Brown look pretty shit.
It's between 800,000 and $1 million a season, reportedly, for Dylan Brown.
Like the side not being able to do anything without Mitch Moses.
But is it one of those situations where Mitch Moses is just so good, and with Jerome Luai, who is a fucking amazing player, but when Cleary's not there, he's still got throbbers around him.
Yeah, but so do the Eels. Like, the Eels have good players.
It's true.
They got Guthos of the world. They've got fucking Junior Paulo, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Jermaine Hopgood, Bryce Cartwright.
Sevo doing a job on the wing.
Sevo not playing great on the weekend, but like Penasini. Who are they going to their forwards? Hopgood, Madison, Sean Lane, Wiramu Greg, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Junior Paulo on the fucking
Jermaine
bench.
Hopgood. Yeah.
Luca Moretti, friend of the show, of soaking Jake Trebojevic.
Kamatualangi. Joe and Gowie. Yeah.
They've got a good side, dude. Like,
sometimes you just need to have another look to remind yourself.
But like Jerome Luai, his record, as we discussed, without Cleary, I think he's only lost like 2 games.
1 or 2, yeah.
Maybe it was 1 before the weekend. I can't remember.
Well, we'll get to that game.
Yeah, we'll get to that. There's no rush.
No, I think he'd lost 2 before the weekend, and maybe now like 3. Maybe it's 3.
It's 3
Is
from
it
the
3?
weekend.
We'll have to check.
We'll have to check that.
Can't actually remember.
No, we'll get to it. Not a big deal.
Well, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's
You
not
move
a big
on.
deal,
So, with that in mind, Tom, against a Raiders side who's got plenty of grit, and I like to see them do well after Jack Whiten left. Everyone thought they'd struggle big time. They're not.
They're a working class.
Unders doesn't hit. Really pisses me off.
Yeah, the unders was
so fucking annoying.
But
I didn't expect the Eels to be that shit.
No.
That's what's fucked me.
Listen, dude, they're not real. The Eels are not real.
They're not real.
They're fiction.
Like whales.
Like whales, as in the place, not the animal.
The place.
Yeah, the animals are real.
WALES.
Yes.
Oh, I know blue whales are real. Humpback whales.
Yeah.
Killer whales.
Killer whales. Right, southern rights.
Southern right whales. Grey whales.
You know there's fake killer whales?
What do you mean there's fake killer whales?
There's a type of killer whale, I'm pretty sure. There's a type of whale called like the fake killer whale or something along
False killer whale.
False killer whales.
So they're not killer whales, they just look like them?
But they look like them. Is that what it is? Can you explain what... False killer whales are a large marine predator. They are the 4th largest existing species of dolphin. Can you just click in?
It's an oceanic dolphin.
Can you just click in that?
Tell you what are actually killer whales.
But they're not, because they love, like, they're in the wild, they're fully chill with humans. Like,
No,
they're
I'm
so
talking.
intelligent.
I'm talking about I'm talking about their ability to fuck things up.
Oh, dude, they're so smart.
Like have you seen what they do to like great whites and shit?
Yeah.
They pound them into the earth.
Yeah, and they just go for their liver and they just leave the rest of them.
Would the killer whale, in terms of punching on, humans obviously we use weapons and that, so we win.
Yeah.
But besides the human being, the Homo sapien, Tom, to be specific,
Yep.
would the killer whale beat everything else?
Yes.
It would, wouldn't it? Fuck a hippo up. Tigers are
Well,
fucked.
what would beat a hippo? Gorilla? Would a gorilla be able to...
No, I think a hippo would beat everything.
think a hippo would beat everything without a lion. Yeah, probably.
No, tigers beat lions.
Okay, tigers beat lions. We almost need to have like a bracket here.
The thing is, the killer whale it needs to be in the water.
Yeah, but the killer whale can like wash you into its... Do you see what they did that where they washed the seal off the ice?
Oh, I have seen that.
So like a killer...
No, they go under the water like
and they
six of them,
create
and
the
then
wave.
create the wave. Yeah.
So like, obviously it's difficult to compare.
But if you find yourself in the water, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, but I'd kill a killer whale on land.
Yeah, well, they're fucked.
That's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard. It's harder.
But like, a gorilla, like a fucking silverback, v a lion.
So we
I
don't
wonder who
actually
does that.
We don't actually have any land water threats. You know, we don't. There's like
Crocs.
like crocs. Crocs. That's a good one.
Yeah, crocs are almost like obviously a killer whale kills a croc, and we can kill crocs, but crocs can kind of kill. Well, crocs can kill us.
Well, crocs can go land or water.
Yeah.
And there's not many that can. Seals, they can, but like,
Good luck.
what are they doing?
Yeah,
What are they doing?
they're not moving at any speed.
No, God, no. You know, they're pathetic. Manatees? No.
No, manatees don't go land.
I think they can, but they don't.
No, they can't.
I think they can. They're mammals, so of course
No,
they can.
they don't. They breathe air. That doesn't mean they go on land. Whales don't go on land. They just beach themselves and they die. Manatees aren't like
True,
oh, going chill.
true.
Um,
So we've got absolutely nowhere.
No, but just here, false killer whale is a species of oceanic dolphin that is the only extant representative of the genus, or whatever, found in the ocean, blah, 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 first described in 46 species.
So it's got a similar skull shape to the orca.
Yeah, so people like get deceived by the false killer whale.
Sure.
I mean, you're kind of defined a bit by your look, aren't you? Like, could you give me like my own name instead of just calling me like not a killer whale?
You know that you know what the hippo's closest relative is?
A whale.
Yeah, whale. But
You motherfucker.
Tom. Well done.
Yeah.
But you have to go back 55 million years to get a closest ancestor. So they've just split ages ago and just plowed on. The hippos just fucking carried on to the good night. Where are we?
Look, I don't know where we are.
Raiders Eels.
Oh, that's right. Eels aren't real.
Eels are not real. Whales.
Eels in the park and shit are real. We're talking about the rugby league
Centennial
The
side.
rugby league team, it's not. They're fiction. They're not a real. What's it like? You know, we were just talking about this before in the green room, Cody. Non-play NPC. They're like a non-MPT, like a non-playing
Playing team.
team. Like they're not real.
No, they're not.
You know what I mean? Like they're there. They're obviously something that like they cease to exist when you aren't looking at them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're just there for like making up the. It's like playing the computer.
It's like playing the computer. It's exactly right. They're not real.
No.
They're not real. Every week you log on, it's just a simulation of a game.
Yeah.
It's a sim game.
Yeah.
And this week, Raiders beat the sim.
Yeah.
They beat the computer.
We lost to the sim. I get it.
Which happens because it was on extra hard.
It was on extra hard. We played it on like super professional.
We
hard.
played it on absolute hardest
Possible level.
level. That's right. Got that out eventually.
Yep.
41-8 to the Eels. Just a friendly reminder to Eels fans, just worth reminding, your team's not real.
No. Sorry. Not real.
And that comp you almost didn't have a chance of winning, that was as close you'll ever get.
Dude, that's what did Streety say the other day? He blamed. Oh, because Nathan Brown, Manly legend, Manly cult hero Nathan Brown.
Do you mean Nathan Brown like full of ticker?
Yeah, full of ticket off the back fence, Nathan Brown. I was talking about him to Street, and she goes, "Yeah, he lost us the grand final." I'm like, "You guys lost by 30 points, buddy. Nathan Brown didn't do shit.
Nathan Brown lost us the grand final.
Yeah. And I know I said Sevo didn't play well. I see he scored 2 tries. I didn't actually watch the game. I saw that. I read a Dribbler's comment, which can fucking lead you astray. I don't know how he went, although you look at the score on the other side, maybe he did play poorly. Nathan Brown apparently lost the Eels grand final, but they're not a real team. That's why they didn't win the grand final. Only real teams win the grand final, bro. That Dom Young with the ripped shirt, did you see that?
He looked pretty fucking big and jacked.
Like,
but it was. Didn't Robbo try and defend the tackle?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens.
Because
he flies in and he gets it wrong and he takes him high.
He's like Blake Taff is like a put that fucking din 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 shut down music on. He was out from the second that thing hit his fucking face.
Yeah, out cold.
And they're like, oh, but he's big. I'm like, yeah, right. So you need to learn how to tackle then.
I love how people. Surely we're past all this. You can't knock people out anymore by going high.
With a swinging arm to the face.
With a swinging arm to the face. What the fuck?
To the
Am I missing something?
Yeah, I mean.
They're Robbo's comments.
It's not good for Blake. You don't want to see that. It wasn't a swinging arm. Okay. It was open-handed. Right. It was lower than shoulder height. That's impossible because it hit him in the face.
If that's the standard, that's fine, but that's a new one for me. I feel like that's lower than what's been sent off before. It just feels like we can set a new standard here again. That's how it feels.
Just go up to his photo, though. Scroll up.
He's jacked as shit.
Like that, he makes me want to be a man. Or he makes me feel like I'm not one.
Can I be honest with you? You see photos like that, Tom, and I'd be comfortable if ripped blokes like Dom Young played just with their chests out.
Yep.
You know, they've got a bit of shirt around the bottom and it covers your shoulders, but the top half.
I mean,
they've got the pecs out.
It's also just to know like that there are only certain people on earth who could ever look like that with their shirt ripped. Like imagine if you and I got around with a shirt ripped like that, like just tried to recreate that, how fucking bad that would look.
It'd be disgusting.
It just wouldn't work.
Of course it wouldn't.
And
the way it's ripped as well. Yeah. So he's just got both pecs out. And his traps.
Like for anyone who is attracted to men, be that man or woman, like
you excuse yourself and you go.
You do. You nip off to the bathroom.
You do. You have to. You have to. You just have to.
But there's like, I mean, you don't get that in, and I'm not complaining here. I'm just making the point. You get a lot of opportunity for this in men's sport. Big jacked motherfuckers where you don't have chicks walking off a field with their titties out in like the tennis.
No, you see less and less, you know.
Yeah, you don't get it at the tennis.
Corner Kobe used to show a bit.
Well, they are attractive. They're like in, scantily clad, if I can use that term. I don't know what it means, but this is like...
Clad scantily is basically what it's...
But this is like porno stuff.
Yeah, this is erotic. Yeah. He looks like he's going to come over to do
fix the plumbing.
Fix some plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the new plumber.
He's the new plumber. He's the pool boy.
He's the pool boy, yeah. And the mum lays by the pool and...
Yeah. We all know how it goes.
Nips upstairs and he goes up to say goodbye and, the Sibian's roaring.
Roaring. Yeah. Oh, the Sibian's roaring. Yeah.
So it was high.
Yeah.
It's definitely high.
Yeah. High tackle.
Robbo. Oh, mate, that's above it. It's not above shoulder. Well, he's knocked him out, though.
You can't knock someone out hitting their shoulders.
He's been knocked out.
I don't know how the fuck that works, Robbo. With respect.
He went high, mate. Let's stop beating around the bush.
Yeah.
Ridiculous stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. It's just...
And Taft just folds in on himself.
Oh, rip it.
But
Oh!
Not a swinging arm.
Not a swinging arm,
buckle
not
in.
above the shoulders. It hits him on the rugby league jaw. Oh, look at that shot, though, dude.
Oh, no.
Look
It's
at
incredible.
that.
Look at that. It's blowing open as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Holy
God.
fuck.
Bang.
Oh, and look at him. He just left there like, he's out, bro.
And it's not above shoulder height, you reckon?
Bang. You can see this. That's like when Masvidal gets knocked out by fucking Kamaru Usman. The fucking sweat just like off his head. Looks like he's fucking.
Is Robbo trying to imply that his head's growing out of his chest?
He doesn't have a neck.
I don't know what he's on about. Look at this. Head up, bang, high.
Fucking.
Why doesn't Dom bend over and chop him? Just hit him around the sternum and just wind the bastard. That's play on.
Look at this.
Too high, mate. Way too high.
It's on his fucking jaw.
It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. That's the worst take of the year.
Yeah. That's a man. Oh,
Look at it blow
that,
open.
dude. Jesus Christ.
Who rips him open?
Stephen Crichton.
Does
and-
Stephen
and
Crichton
Reed
just
Marnie.
take an
Reed
opportunity
Marnie,
for a
like-
look?
Look at this, though. It's
Go
Crichton.
either
Look at him.
side.
Is he just
You
like...
got to respect Stephen Crichton.
And
Look
then-
at him. He's just a fucking.
Oh, no, that's Reed Marnie wanting to
but
have a
it's-
look.
Well, Reed and Stephen are both like opening a fucking present. Or like two orcas pulling apart a seal.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Look at that fucking Jesus Christ.
It's good stuff.
That's good stuff. Now, Eddie, Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Daylight
The glamour
savings
spot.
time. The glamour spot. Last day of daylight savings. The pride of the league, the mighty Manly Seagulls, the pride of the peninsula, the pride of the league.
Sell out.
Sell out. Brookie, they take on the three-time premiership winners back to back.
Four-time grand finalists.
Four-time grand finalists. The Penrith Panthers in Daly Cherry Evans' record-breaking game.
Well, he goes to second behind
He goes
Beaver.
to second behind Beaver.
And that is what it is.
That's
You
just
might
what
have
it
seen some misinformation out there on the internet this week trying to imply that DCE number one. DCE, even he knows he's number two.
And, like, I'm happy to, like, celebrate him as number one. But, like, just in the reality of the world, he's beaten Cliffy Lyons.
Correct.
Mate, we basically, and, like, you know, it's just another game, right? This is just another win. Chalk up another win. Like, congratulations to Manly. Congratulations to Penrith, who came to play. Like, they put their best foot forward.
Well,
there.
they came to play. They scored the first try.
They had a crack.
They had a
They had
rugby
a
league
crack. We just were too good. We were too dominant through the middle. Our forward pack too strong, too assertive, too dominant and assertive, and too strong.
Listen, if you're going to come to Brookvale on the last day of daylight savings in front of a full house against a side that will win the comp,
Yeah.
and you don't bring your absolute best football, you're going to get humbled. And that's what you saw.
Eddie, I'd argue they did bring their best football. It wasn't good enough.
That's a great point. So you bring your best football,
Yeah.
but you're playing against a side who also brings elite football.
Sometimes your best isn't enough. Sometimes your best just isn't enough. Now, Manly 13 plus.
It's like
Manly 13 plus, just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, Manly 13 plus. To use an obscure reference, Matt Shervington, the lunchbox,
Of big penis fun.
of huge penis fame, of definitely runs sub 10 if his penis wasn't so big
large,
fame. All he wanted in the world was to make a 100-metre final in front of his own people at Sydney 2000. He put his heart and his soul into that campaign.
And his penis.
And his penis. He comes fifth in the semi, falls one spot short. He wasn't good enough. Others were better. And that's what you saw on Saturday, 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. on the peninsula,
Yep.
is a side that wasn't good enough.
Now, I'd like to throw a couple of special mentions out there. Obviously to Daly. Captain fantastic. Skip. Just all class, the ageless wonder, getting better with age, scores a try in his record-breaking game to come into second place all time. Beautiful try. I like Tommy getting out there. You know, Tommy had a shit game against the Dragons. The Dragons tend to do that. The Dragons are like a succubus.
Well, they're our bogey side.
They're a bogey side, but they make good sides shit.
Correct. They suck. They're like a Dementor, to use a Harry Potter reference. They suck the life out
That's
of you.
exactly what they are. They're Dementors. But Daly took over the kicking after Ruben the Snack Garrett got knocked the fuck out
Early.
That's it as well, Eddie. We were a man down. It was backs to the wall.
And we're not getting enough credit for that. DCE's not the best kicker in the world, but he kicked pretty well on the weekend.
And look, we're not getting enough credit. We also don't want it. Don't need the credit.
We don't need
Just
the credit.
Listen, it was just around 5.
No, we don't need the credit, but we're not getting it. Good to see Tommy Turbo pin the ears back close to the line for once.
That's what we were looking for.
Because
back yourself.
Up until this game, round 5, he's been given that.
Yeah, he has.
He's been given it every week.
That was a kid starting to believe.
Not anymore.
No one needs to do.
Pin the ears back. I tell you who scored a great try. So we call the Canicola.
Yeah. One of the great try. Runaway.
Runaway
Gets the run play.
Runaway
that breaks
try.
their hearts. Can we get the video of that up?
A bit of conjecture.
Yeah, there's some conjecture. A hullabaloo.
Much ado about nothing.
Yeah. That went back. Now, we got to look at it in slow-mo.
Yeah, that goes back.
It goes behind. Is there a way of getting this slow-mo? I don't need to see him run away and score because I know how it ended.
I think we'll see one in a sec. I think we might see slow-mo.
Look when he scores. He lands knees first all the time. He doesn't know how to just slide on his chest.
No, it's dangerous. He needs to commit.
Now, it goes back, goes behind him. It goes behind. There's a line there that allows you to see it go back. Guru, Kempy, fucking Hectic Fred. They're all like, oh, that's definitely gone forward. How's it gone forward if it's gone behind him? It only has to go a millimetre back, as the great Kendrick Hatton said in a comment. It only has to go a millimetre back for it to be back.
I would say this, Tom. What Guru and Kempy, etc., they're too close to rugby league.
Yeah.
And when you're too close to rugby league, you forget that most of the officiating for most of their rugby league lives has been incorrect. I would say genuinely, half the knock-ons called have gone back. And they officiate it like, oh, you've dropped the ball, therefore it's a knock-on. Well, that's actually incorrect.
No, that's incorrect. It's gone through his hands and back. Like, he hasn't propelled it forward. It's come through his hands and gone behind him. Like, I just don't know. It has to go forward from your hands for it to be a knock-on.
That's what I've always thought. But they don't always officiate that way.
Fuck no. They sometimes will go like...
Which is why people have got so confused.
They will often just be like, drop ball is a knock-on. And that's just not it. It's not touch footy. It went back. And I know that people like that dribbler earlier on who doesn't read the bio will be like, you're just being fucking biased. Initially, when I saw it, I thought knock-on. I was like, why the fuck is he allowed to run away from this? Like, why are they not just calling it back? And then when I saw the replay, I'm like, you can't say, rugby league guru, who I will say this to his face, that's a knock-on every day for the 110 years of rugby league. That's not a blatant knock-on.
It went backwards.
If they called that a knock, I reckon it's so line ball that if you called it a knock-on, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But I don't think that's...
But I don't mind them starting to go, you know what, if it goes backwards, then...
It's not a knock-on.
It's not a knock-on.
Yeah.
See, the bloke
Can you find a slow-mo version where you can like scrub through it?
The bloke that's talking about bias also has his own bias. His bias is towards
knock-ons.
If you drop the ball at all, it's a knock-on.
Yeah.
That's his bias.
People don't realise their bias.
That's
you know
your
what I mean?
bias. You have a bias.
There's something quite admirable about you and I, and this isn't. I don't want to sort of suck our own dicks here, but that we are so self-aware and almost evolved to some degree that we can see our own biases and separate ourselves from them.
But we separate ourselves from our own bias, but we also celebrate our own bias.
Correct.
Whereas most people have bias they're not even aware of.
They criticise bias without acknowledging their own.
Exactly.
Not us.
And in this case, people are so biased towards conventional rugby league knock-ons, which is just drop the ball at all, that they've forgotten what the rule means. I'll give you another example. People see a ball travel forward when Tommy Turbo's sprinting 100 metres a fucking second, throws the ball, it travels forward, that's physics. But it's backwards out of the hands. People don't know that.
No, they don't get it.
Because their bias has got in the way. They go, it's travelled forward, mate, so it's a forward pass. No. Physics dictates that if you don't adjudicate based on the position of the hands, then every pass is a forward pass at speed. Every single pass at speed is a forward pass.
Now, there's bias and there's also
Stupidity.
education. I didn't want to say stupidity.
I've said
You
it.
said it. I was going to say education because stupidity sometimes indicates a lack of
Smart.
well, certainly like smarts, an inability to reform.
Yes.
Like you'd struggle to reform a stupid person, someone who's poorly educated on physics, not you and I, huge physics guys.
Yeah, massive.
Poorly educated can't be reformed. Sorry, poorly educated can be reformed. Stupid can't be. So I don't know. That's why I went for educated. But I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe we're just dealing with a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Absolute dimwits.
Yeah.
Nitheads. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dumb people.
Now, through the hands
And back.
back. He turns around for it, for fuck's sake.
Could we, to use a JFK magic bullet analogy, back
And
and to the left. Back and to the left.
That was kind of to the right, but
No, it wasn't.
depending on which way you look.
No, for him, it's to the back. It's
You're
back and to
right.
his left.
And to his left. This is JFK. This is a Zapruder film.
Where's the Zapruder film? There'd be someone who's got footage on the side, the Zapruder.
Yeah. Who Zapruded it from the grassy hill?
Back
And
to the left.
Yeah, we need some footage from on the hill.
Back
And
and to the left.
He looks behind.
Yeah, who's on the hill? Who's on the hill with the Zapruder footage? Good stuff. Great stuff.
Can you do us a favour now, please, Thomas Tobler, and get up the stats for the game? Mount Paseka. The beauty of Mount Paseka.
Starting to believe.
You're seeing him stand in front of a mirror, and you know how crows can tell their own reflection. He's looking in front. He's looking in the mirror and he's going, "Fuck, there's a nice mountain."
European magpies.
Thank you. But he's standing in front of the mirror and he's seeing a mountain. He's like, "What the fuck's there a mountain doing?" Now he's starting to see himself as the mountain.
Whereas
believe.
before he just thought he was invisible with the mountain.
He thought he was
behind
just
him.
looking at a mountain. He didn't realize he was in the mirror.
He didn't realize
The man
it was
in the
him.
mirror is a mountain, Mount Paseka.
Yes.
Tommy, 176 metres. Tommy Talau, 124. 216 for Stubby Cooler Canicola. Really good stuff.
Runaway try.
Brooks, I like Brooks up and at him in defence. Like, he's just slotting in well. He's just a job doer doing jobs around the park.
And prepared to do them.
And he's prepared to do them.
I tell you what I like. Taniel Paseka, 101 metres off seven hit-ups.
Now, there's elements here because he didn't take a single hit up for the first 12 minutes of the game, which isn't good.
No.
That's
But it
not
shows there's room for improvement.
fucking oath it does. And he made some good runs. He did make some
Like,
good
where
runs.
can this man get to?
Everest?
See, so, Tafoa Sipley, 17 runs, 143 metres.
Alloy 100
If
metres.
Mount Paseka starts putting up 17 runs a game, good Lord, help us. Help us all.
Yeah. Well, he needs to, though. Like, he needs 10 runs. 7 runs is just not enough.
It's not enough.
That's not enough.
I'm talking more about the meterage per run.
Yeah,
But
and
seven's not enough.
No, it's not. Alloy, good runs. Good
Okay, he ran it
rugby league
7
runs.
times and had 3 tackle breaks. He had 6 hit-ups only.
Homole, 142. Ben Chaboyevich. Now, 143, Sipley. But the man who stole my heart is Nathan Brown.
Back fans, job done.
That cunt is Peninsula spirit through and through. He is, all
Bit of
these
chalky about him.
bit of chalk, but like less talented chalk. He's just a straight up.
I'm talking about what's behind
ticker.
the rib cage.
Yeah. What's under the badge?
What's under the What's under the badge? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about his talent. I'm talking
No.
about what's under the badge and what he's prepared to do for the club.
And this is, I think, the first time Penrith have had 30 put on them since like 2018. Just so everyone knows.
Of defensive systems fame. Penrith
Defensive systems fame.
Yep.
And we did it. We smoked him. Probably should have been more.
I tell you what, Nathan Brown was rumoured to be coming to the Seagulls for about 5 years, and good things come to those that wait.
We waited.
Oh, we waited.
We fucking
Some
waited.
people thought we waited too long.
Nah, perfect.
Perfect time.
We were just waiting for him to mature. He also, I think, got like voted player of the preseason or some shit.
So he's prepared to do a job.
Yep.
Tackle breaks.
It's interesting though, dude. Like you think about Sipley's, but Sipley played really well, but we've still got
4 tackle breaks, 6 hit-ups for Nathan Brown.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, his like off the kickoff, he was electric. It was just bash and barge, throwback rugby league. It actually does raise the question, though, that again, discussing in the green room with the tote bag king himself, Cody Totes, about the yarn about them wanting to get rid of like the kickoff because it encourages the Nathan Browns of the world just to fucking charge.
That's what we've been hearing, and the whispers growing louder that they're looking into it, or they're voting on it, or that it's potential. I'm trying to work out
where the whispers come from, like as in
whispers come from everywhere.
But I haven't heard anyone from rugby league hierarchy, like the NRL, talking about it.
Well, they've obviously got on the blower to their journo mates, go and start to leak this thing out.
Yeah,
it doesn't come from nowhere.
No,
Tom.
Of course it doesn't come from nowhere, Edward. What I'm saying, unlike the Parramatta Eels, who aren't a real thing, but I just don't know where it's like, stop talking about it. It's not a thing. Like, if the NRL's like, we're thinking of doing it, then talk about it. But like,
but wouldn't you? Could you not argue that if it's not a thing, then the NRL would have come out saying this isn't a thing?
I know, because it's clearly a thing. But
so
what
it's
I mean,
clearly a thing.
I know. I'm not making great sense here.
No, you're not.
No, but it's more like about talking about the thing that hasn't happened or even been spoken about from like the. Like, I just am like, because everyone's like, this is ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I'd almost be dismissing it anytime someone brings it up. Going, nah, not even talking about it. It's stupid. It's completely ridiculous. I'm not talking about it.
But
even that's what
you could argue that that's what journalism is, talking about shit that they've found out.
True.
And a lot of the time, it's speculation and pure speculation of that.
I guess
where both sides haven't acknowledged
the way that it's but that's just almost the way that it's being spoken about is like, why do they keep talking about this kickoff, like this kickoff thing? And I'm like, who the fuck's talking about it other than journos?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Other than the people that.
So it's kind of like this it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy where it's like, if you keep fucking talking about it. Because I haven't heard anyone.
Then everyone else will keep talking about it.
I haven't heard anyone from the NRL being like, yeah, we're really considering this. Now, that could just be that I haven't been doing my rugby league research, and I'm prepared to wear that if that's the case.
Well, that's why you get someone named Tobler.
Yeah, so it's off the back of the NFL changing their kickoff rules to make it.
So people
impactful
saw that happen and they go, we're going to do that too, potentially.
Well, then it just generates all this talk about it being adopted by the NRL, online and by journos.
So there you
go.
Off
the back of the NFL.
So it's all off the back of the NFL. So it's not happening.
Well, I fucking hope not.
It doesn't sound like it is. Because I was concerned that this had come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which would mean to me that someone at Rugby League HQ is like, take this to market and we'll see how it goes down. Whereas now it's clear to me that it's just come off the back of the NFL and we've got nothing to worry about. But I wouldn't mind Abdo coming out, doing a presser down there at Moore Park and just clearing things up.
Thoughts on Tobler's haircut?
I don't hate it. It gives your head a bit more shape. You were looking a bit doughy before.
Yeah, it gets to that when it goes out the side. So you lose a couple of kilos by just trimming
you've lost
the
kilos.
sides.
It's actually giving your head a bit more shape.
Yeah.
Again, bit doughy earlier.
Like as in like a ball of dough?
Yes. Yeah. Like cookie dough.
Yeah, like you're going to have to knead his like rolling.
Yeah,
out.
he needed kneading.
Yeah.
And you've kneaded yourself a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
So where'd you get that done?
Down at DY Grand, the Good Guys Barbers. Shout out.
Now, did you take in a photo?
I did. Because I've never gone.
You took in a photo?
It was the first time
Get the
I've
photo
ever,
up.
first time I've ever
Get the
done
photo
this.
up on the screen.
Is it Brad Pitt?
Get
No,
the
it
photo up on
wasn't.
the screen. Fuck, I can't wait for that. I want to see
It was. I've never really.
No, hold on, just get up. I want to see.
Let me find it. I had to screenshot it. Here we go.
see. This is.
You took down a photo?
I don't know if I've ever taken down a photo.
We used to be able to flick
photos in there.
You used to be able to flick through a book.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I just like cut it.
Yeah, just cut it.
Shout out to Mr. Mans.
Bono Road. Great people.
Yeah.
Just going to put it in our WhatsApp.
Oh no, put it on the screen.
Yeah, so I can get it up on the screen.
So we'll pad while Tom does
Yeah,
this.
we'll pad.
Tom fucking.
Trbojevic.
I just think of him as Turbo now.
Yeah, I know.
Tommy Tobler. Right. Interesting. I'm very excited to see who this is. It's definitely going to be someone hot, you'd think. Or maybe not.
Did you see, because Manly now entrenched in the top 8.
Sixth?
Don't know, but entrenched. Oh, which one?
This one?
I can't.
Oh, sorry. Like the top, the one on the left up the top, and then the middle on the right.
The taper short mullet fade. How did you think to type that in?
I did. That was. I think I initially typed in shave on the back and sides, but not the full back, and then it auto corrected me to tape a short mullet fade.
I reckon he asked Jarch.
Did ya?
I should have, in retrospect, because then as I was leaving, I was like, "This is a Jarchy haircut."
I think he asked Jarch.
You were obviously inspired by Jarch.
Subconsciously, I think I was.
I don't think there's anything subconscious about it. I think you were very aware.
Yeah.
Well, Jarch
I
is
almost
fucking hot.
think- Jarch is good looking.
hot.
Jarch is a
and
good
he had the
dude.
frosted tips as well for a while there. So
Yeah, he did.
He might still have them, does he? Are they grown out?
No, I think.
I almost just the reason I feel like I heard Jarchi say the tapered short mullet fade maybe last week. He's heard that.
I didn't hear Jarch say that.
No, but you weren't in here potentially.
Okay. So you did hear it.
maybe not
So you did.
consciously.
So you
but-
did type in taper short mullet fade.
Well, no, that's
Yes,
it.
you did.
Well, I didn't even know what it meant.
You
and
reckon
then
it auto corrected to that?
It did. I showed the
Incorrect.
guy. I was like, "Hey, this is what I
Incorrect.
want."
go-
Let's type in what you said and see if it auto corrects.
Yeah, sure.
We got to see you typing, by the way. But what did he say? Like
Shaved.
back, shaved the sides, but not the top and the back, but like faded
leave
and
the back
blended
and leave the back and that. That's
Like,
what you
there's
reckon.
no way
so-
you can't search anything. I'd love
Different
to just-
algorithm. I don't know.
Look at that 50 cool shaved hairstyle.
There was some really rogue ones that came up.
Oh.
The guy knew what I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, and then it clicks through to taper short mullet fade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taper short mullet
Dude,
fade.
listen, they did a good job of it.
Mate, I was like trying to weirdly explain, like, hey, this is what I want.
No, you definitely
I've never
just-
done this before because I've never shown a photo to the barber.
Were you nervous to show the photo?
A little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you want? I was like, oh, just one of these, please. He's like, yeah, no worries. Taper short mullet fade. That's what he called it. A low taper fade.
There you go.
What's Jen think of it?
She loved it.
Yeah?
I didn't send her a photo because I wanted to get her initial reaction. She was like, wow. And I was like, do you like it? She's like, yeah, I really like it.
Nice.
The boys are liking it.
What would you have
Oh,
done
the
if...
boys are liking it.
The
I
boys
like it.
it.
You look a bit,
bit
like
rogue.
rough and tumble. You look a bit like,
Yeah, you look like a hard cunt.
yeah.
Yeah,
don't
fuck.
pull that
No,
face.
not doughy anymore, bruh. Not doughy.
No, you just disappeared.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
Well, it was never there.
No, you're right.
I was just
No, it's
patting
all a
him.
facade.
I was just patting him. What would you have done if Jenny hated it? Would you have gone and gotten changed?
No, I would have kept it. Grows back, but like, it's my hair. I do whatever.
Are you
I
gonna
want.
keep dyeing it?
Nah, I got to give the scalp a break. I think like 6 bleaches in about 4 weeks was. I started to get like
Your hair will
and
start to
shit.
fall out and it'll never come
Yeah,
back.
Exactly. So I'm just going to give the blonde a rest for a while. Stick with the low taper short mullet fade. Now that I know what it's called.
But are you, because the two photos you put up there, there's obviously the top left, the bottom right, or the middle right.
That's a bit long.
But is that what you're going to get to? You're going to let it grow out to have that sort of...
Not that long. I'll still keep it pretty short on the top and stuff. Otherwise, it does get doughy and then adds kilos back on. And, you know, while there's kilos here, I can't afford kilos up here.
Yeah, fair enough.
I get it.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Otherwise, you look like the Michelin Man.
exactly.
The peanut M&M.
Peanut.
Yeah, the peanut M&M.
But so at the end of the day, you know, beating the defending champs, 3-time defending champs, getting the 2
Comfortably.
points,
13 plus.
13 plus.
Handsomely.
I was a Tommy Turbo away from immortality.
Yeah, you were.
Which
never
was
I've
so
never been
annoying.
happier for him not to score.
So fucking annoying.
Yeah. that was-
Tommy Turbo 2 plus, 13 plus Manly, and Jackson Bolo. Turbo lets me down. That's okay. That's fine. We
I
just
wouldn't
take
say he let you down. He just didn't score.
He just didn't score. What? Get the ladder up, please.
Yeah, after the game, they had it as a draw. It's because everyone bloody hates Manly, and guess what? We hate you too, but they had us as a draw.
Manly 7th.
We're ahead of Penrith on the fucking ladder.
Manly
Look at that.
7th.
Who are we playing next?
Tigers
One.
back to 9th.
Yeah, the world
Perfect.
makes sense.
Perfect.
Let's actually see who's
Rabbitohs dead last.
Matty the water boy. Broncos 11th.
We've got the Warriors this week on Saturday.
Oh,
at 3
yeah,
o'clock.
in New Zealand.
In New Zealand, yeah.
We were going to go, but
We
couldn't.
were going to go, but couldn't.
I love that the Rabbitohs are coming last. Dolphins first. Fucking Wayne Bennett. He's good.
Who have they played, bro? Who have they played? Seriously. Like, some of these early season things are just misleading.
True.
Yeah, they did look
Against
good.
the Tigers.
But they were playing you.
Yeah, they're playing you guys, you know.
Who have they played?
Just go to the start. Go round one.
They didn't play round one. Oyster did.
They haven't
Tigers
a bye
had
yet,
round
have they?
one off. Tigers had round one off. They've had one bye. I think they'll bye round 2.
So they lost to the Cowboys in round 1.
So right, so Cowboy, and they're 1 and 2 on the ladder right now, Cowboys. So they go round 2.
I swear they had the bye.
Cowboys just beat the
they
Knights.
smashed
I
the
know,
Dragons.
smashed the Dolphins.
Smashed the Dragons. Again, as expected, unless they're your bogey side.
Then they had the bye in round 3.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, who'd the Cowboys play round 3?
They beat
Dragons.
Dragons.
Beat the Dragons again. Bit of a pattern here, unless they're your bogey side. Cowboys lose to Broncos when they're up against an actual side. And then Dolphins
beat
you
the
beat the
Titans.
Titans. Of course you fucking...
Yeah.
Let's not suck the Dolphins off.
Yeah.
Please.
No, well,
They
let's
beat the
just
Tigers.
get one more round. Or is that's it?
Then it's Tigers.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you've played fucking no one.
It's such a false economy.
Oh, and then the
there.
Cowboys beat the Titans. So they've played no one.
Yeah.
Unlike Manly, who's played real sides.
Well, we've beaten the Roosters, we've beaten the Rabbitohs. No, they're not a real side, but they were a first
They
round.
were.
Round 1 they were.
Round 1, Rabbitohs, real side, beat them. Panthers, real side, beat them. Roosters, real side, beat them.
Eels, not a real side. Lost to them. Dragons.
And
bogey
the
side.
sim was on fucking hard.
Super hard.
And Dragons on the Easter long weekend are our bogey side. We all know that, so it's pretty simple.
But like you, if you...
So we're technically winning.
And we were essentially robbed against Parramatta, so we're 4-1.
So we're actually winning.
We're top of the ladder.
Well
Against,
done.
and beating real sides.
Yeah, real sides. Real actual rugby league sides.
Mitchell
What are you
Moses.
going to say now? Girds?
Yeah. Flat track bully. Shut up. Anyway, hope you're well. We are brought to you by the biggest and best rosé in the goddamn country. That is Big Day Rosé, and we've got the competition that is running as a celebration of the fact that you can get Big Day Rosé at Shorty's Golf Course. It's the only place you can get it outside of hellosport.shop. But for anyone who buys a case or a 6-pack of Big Day Rosé in the month of April, we're picking 2 of you motherfuckers, 2 winners to play with Eddie and I. Separate days, you and 3 of your mates. So pick one winner from over here, pick another winner from over here. This guy can get 3 of his mates, and this guy can get 3 of his mates, or her mates. And what happens?
We'll play golf. We'll get on the piss. We'll have a feed. We'll have a giggle. We'll have a yarn. We'll pick you up in a limo, but only if you're on the way. And if you're not on the way, we'll pick you up from a checkpoint. And it's going to be a lot of fucking fun. We'll sit in the back of the limo. We'll drink Fanta. It'll be hilarious.
That is
Bogan champagne.
hellosport.shop. Month of April. It will be drawn in the start of May.
Hellosport.shop.
Punters and dribblers.
Mums and daddies,
If you don't watch the Biffs,
you can fuck off.
correct, well said. This Sunday via KO, on KO via main event, only place you can watch it, UFC 300. It's set up to be the biggest card in the history of MMA,
In the history of cards.
in the history of cards, in the history of fucking Biffs. I can't. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go
5.
down in the preliminary.
Oh, so that's 5 in the main?
Five current or former champions in the main. Then Yuri Prohaska 6, Aljamain Sterling 7, Holly Holm 8. You could argue Kayla Harrison 9 in another organisation. Like 9 current or former champions.
Go to the early prelims.
Go to the early prelims. What's on there? Renato Marcano, Jessica Andrade, another former champion. Davison Figueiredo, Cody Garbrandt. That's like fucking. Is that 12?
That's a lot.
Dude,
That's a
the
shitload.
fucking the early prelims, my God. Anyway, that's on this Sunday. Early prelims must be kicking off what, like 9?
8 a.m.?
8 a.m.
8 a.m.?
Does it say 8 a.m.?
8
8
a.m.,
a.m.
yeah. Sunday, 14th of April, 8 a.m. That is fucking hectic.
Main card starts 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern Standard Time.
KO, main event via KO, only available there. We're going to be doing a live stream for it, Punters and Dribblers.
Yes, sir, Bob.
You-
Marie Bob.
Your dads are working hard this week. Thursday night live stream for Rugby League.
There's no quitness.
There's no quitness. And then Sunday we're doing a stream with us and our good friends Jarch and Streety, because you just...
Why not?
Why not? You got to for these big cards. You got to do them.
Well, it's a huge card.
But
300. I remember 200.
yeah,
When I think we were at the Royal and we watched that. That was a long time ago.
man, it flies by.
Doesn't it?
It flies by, mate. Like much like life.
Much like life.
So this is, again, the main card is Pereira and Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill was the champion, and had to relinquish it because he fucked his calf or something, blew it out, or his Achilles. So he's actually not lost.
Gagey Holloway will be a ripper.
BMF belt?
Fuck yeah, dude.
BMF belt?
Just throw.
Dude, that's all it's going to be. But
just
like,
throw.
with those ones as well, you've got Max Holloway has never been dropped in his entire career.
Ever. Not
Ever.
once.
And I'd be shocked. Justin Gagey, who's actually like an American collegiate wrestler, like I don't know if he's like Div 1 or whatever they call it. But like, you barely see that cunt wrestle at all. He
Never.
just gets in there and throws.
Loves it.
And this is for the BMF, so I'd imagine Dana would be like, listen, boys, please just
There'd be
pound
rules.
each
There'd have
other.
to be. There'd have to be rules.
You can't be in a BMF fight and be wrestling.
Correct. It's annoying.
Oliveira, Sarukian, Charles Oliveira still very much in the hunt for the lightweight championship again. Sarukian up and comer. Bo Nickel though, dude, Bo Nickel, he's an All-American. I think that's what it is, not Div 1. I think he's All-American wrestler.
Well, Div 1 would be like Div 1 NCAA.
Yeah, but is it called first team All-American maybe?
Div 1 would be you compete against Div 1 schools in the
Yes, but do they
NCAA.
call it- do they
But then
call
if
it
you're
Div 1
if
or
you're
they-
first team All-American, then that's like you have been selected. Or,
In the sort of like it's almost like when you get like when the AFL players get selected in the All-Australian
right.
side.
I don't think that you do anything with it.
Yeah,
it's
right.
just selected to be. It's like the fake AFL side, the All-Australian.
Yeah.
And they don't play.
They don't play, they get Blazers.
Yeah.
Bo Nickel, I think, is one of the like more highly fancied up and coming fighters.
Also got a great spelling, B-O.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's here. It's a business name.
Yes, it's not B-E-A-U.
Not to knock our good friend Bo Ryan, but we're just saying that this is like, I'm here. I'm not. Don't focus on my name. Just focus on me getting in there and throwing down.
That's right. Where's he from, Bo Nickel? That's
He's
like
a-
Southern spelling.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Bo,
He's
Down
from
the
Colorado.
bayou. What?
Colorado.
Rifle, Colorado.
Okay. There you go. Surprising. Interesting.
We were wrong.
We were
Unlikely.
wrong.
Not often.
Very rarely.
You witnessed something amazing today.
You did.
Runners Dribbles.
You did. Consider yourselves lucky because it won't happen again.
No, it won't. Anyway, this is like horny card.
If you're a horny operator and you like watching horny fights and you enjoy witnessing history, then I would be tuning the fuck in.
Yeah.
12 p.m. Sunday, it's no excuses time slot.
No
So no
excuses.
excuses time slot.
No excuses. Time
No one does
slot.
anything on Sundays.
No.
Nothing. That's
And
why it's
listen,
on.
and even if you do, this is where you need to be proactive. It's a Monday. You may be listening to this on a Tuesday, but this is a Monday. You need to get in touch with your significant other, whether that's obviously like your missus or your man or any family members who are trying to lock you in to do some bullshit. And just go, listen, Sunday's off the cards. Sunday's off the table because the UFC 300's on.
And if you're up against it and you are looking for alternatives, just say, I've got you. We'll go for breakfast in the morning if that's what you want,
Yep.
and we can do dinner.
Yep.
I'm going to give you options.
Bookend the day.
I'm not going to be a big selfish pig and just take the whole Sunday. No. You got the morning and the night.
Yep.
Share it out there. Share the love.
That will be
But
different.
between the hours of 11 and 4, you're in.
Well, it's going to be difficult for me because I will want to be watching from the very first fight.
But you can give the night.
I can give the night, and
You can
maybe
give, you can give from like 3 o'clock onwards.
Saturday's going to be tough as well because it's after the hacker.
Listen, you've got your own fight. You've got your own fight, but you can lean on its work, which it is.
Well, no, 100% I'll be
so
leaning
you're
on that.
you're actually okay.
Hair in me nose.
You're actually okay.
No, I am. I'm in a much better position than the dribbler at home who's got to come up with some serious lies
That's
or some bookending of the day with some shit.
Yeah, or just buy it on your phone and just have it with you at all times.
Yeah. Well, you can also do like with KO now, so you can like actually lock your phone and still be listening to it. Now that's obviously a fucked thing to have to do because you want to see these fights. But if you're in a position where you need to be,
It's an option if you are at the last resort.
yeah. Also, the hearing aid thing. It's probably a good time to pretend to be deaf if you're in like a.
Which we talked about last year,
Yeah.
or maybe this year.
No, I don't know. I think it was last year. Anyway, that's UFC 300. That's on KO. That's this Sunday. Main card, 12 p.m. Only available on KO. And then the prelims are just on like you don't need to pay for the prelims or the early.
They're not
prelims.
behind a paywall.
They're not behind the paywall. I'm horny for it.
So wet.
Also, just the other UFC bit of news, which I don't know if we spoke about, that fucking Robert Whittaker's fighting Hamzat in like Saudi Arabia.
I don't think we talked about that. We've talked about that. We haven't talked
about it. He is like Robert Whittaker is just such a business time fighter. I fight, I win, I lose, I come back. All right, I fight again. Like, just give me killers. Can you go to Robert Whittaker's like a fighting record?
He's fought some of the gnarliest guys.
He only fights gnarly guys. Like, that's all he does. He just fights the best of the best. And when you saw the way Hamzat went against Kamaru, Kamaru was off the couch essentially, 2 weeks' notice to fight Hamzat, and fucking if that fight went 5 rounds, Hamzat might have been fucked. Okay, go down to the start of it. So keep going lower. Brad Scott, no idea. Colton Smith, these are all early career stuff. Stephen Thompson, lost to Wonderboy. There you go. Mike Rhodes, keep going. Brad Tavares, Uriah Hall, Rafael Natal, Derek Brunson, Jacare Souza,
Back-to-back
Yoel Romero.
Romeros.
These are all wins here,
They
by the
were
way.
wars too, those two. They were fucked.
Loses to Adesanya, then straight back in against Darren Till, then Jared Cannonier, beats him, beats Kelvin Gastelum, back in against Adesanya, loses to him, was very close. Marvin Vittori beats him, loses to the champion Dricus Duplessis, then in against Paulo Costa, and now he's going against Hamzat.
He wins fights, mate. He just does.
He's 26-7-0.
And has been around for a fucking minute now.
Yeah, he'd be 33, 32.
When's that happening?
June 22. He's 33.
33, June 22.
Good to hear that Perth was announced as well.
Oh, fuck yeah, Perth. They
September?
Can you get
August.
August.
Perfect.
Yeah, we almost booked tickets, booked flights.
We book flights. We get on that.
Well, we get on flights. We hope to get tickets.
August 18, Sunday.
We'll get tickets. We'll have to.
Well, fucking oath. Just saying.
Just
I'm not going
saying.
to book the tickets now.
No, but we'll book the flights.
Yes.
We may as well get onto something early.
Yes,
So we don't
exactly.
pay through the fucking roof, as we always do.
Are you feeling hurt today? Are you a bit hurt?
No.
No?
No.
Did you keep it?
No.
Did you keep it above board or
No.
not? No.
But I'm not hurt.
No.
I've had a good day.
Well, of course not.
No, I had a really good sleep last night. And I woke up this morning and it was 7 o'clock, but I thought it was 8 o'clock because I'm so attuned to light. And it was only 7 o'clock because of daylight savings. And I was like, back to sleep, honey.
Yeah.
I was like, we should get up. I'm like, not yet.
No, fuck that.
We're going to get up at 8 o'clock today
Yeah, that's what we did today as well.
and walk the dog. And then I come in. Beauty start at 9:30. But I'm well rested.
Yeah.
Bit of grand designs last night to see me off. You can't get stressed or anxious watching grand designs. You just can't.
Is it on binge?
Yep.
I might have to give it a whirl. Actually, I've
It's
got to watch
just-
Shogun, dude. I've
It's
got to get
just
into
so.
Shogun.
Yeah, but Ella wouldn't watch that shit.
Really?
I couldn't get Shogun over the line with her.
Really?
No way.
She like Thrones?
No.
Oh, really? None of that?
She's
What does
never
she
watched
watch?
those. She watches English crime, and
English crime?
Loves it.
Like what? Like The Bill?
No, like like Vera, fucking Midsummer Murders, any of those that come up.
So Poirot, she is like an old lady getting...
Yeah, she loves it. But then she'll watch like fucking Three Women and all that like drama heavy shit. But I say nah, bro, to that stuff.
Right. 'Cause you
My
hate
absolute limit was one day. Like I don't watch that shit. It's too stressful.
women. Well, one day was too much.
You know, like I needed to be in a special mood for that. Otherwise, I'm like, fuck that. It's so stressful.
I've got to watch. What about The Gentleman? Did you watch that?
We're halfway through it.
I've got to start watching
We're halfway through it. But again, big weekend. The Gentleman's not like the easiest watch ever. Like shit happens. It
Yeah.
can be stressful. So I was like, it's grand designs tonight, honey.
You're a big honey guy. You've said it twice now.
I'm saying it to you.
Okay, just checking. It's okay to be a honey guy.
I don't honey her. I've honeyed you.
You fucking honeyed. You honeyed me, but you honeyed her in that convo.
Yeah, but I don't honey to her face.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to put an order in.
Oh my God. South Australian Tourism has asked the media to stop using the nickname Radelaide to describe its capital city. That's the most Radelaide thing I've ever heard in my life.
You got to lean into it. Like Dubbo did with Dub Vegas. We leaned all the way in.
You have to lead all the way in.
That's exactly what you'd expect Adelaide to say.
Yeah, that's a Radelaide. That's the most Radelaide behaviour ever.
That's exactly what you'd expect them to say. Not shocking in any way, shape, or form. Let's dribble.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
I just seen a video here with hippos. and Nile crocodiles, we know who wins in a hippo croc fight.
It's not even close.
It's a hippo.
Hippos, not to be fucked with. What's the do you know what the most dangerous animal in
Africa
is?
It's hippos.
Incorrect.
Mosquitoes.
Oh, right.
They're the most deadly animal in the world.
Technicality.
The mosquito has taken more fucking dubs than anyone, bro.
We got to get WrestleMania going on here. Jesus Christ.
Quick.
Yeah, I just saw an update on it.
Yeah.
What's
we'll
happening?
have to rewind it.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to say. We'll have to.
Can you get it, the WrestleMania up there?
So they
Rewind
don't
it.
see it.
Yeah, we won't say it. Make sure it's on mute.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
How many times do
dribble.
we need to say it?
Punters and dribblers, Tom and Eddie, wider Hello Sport community. Currently 6:02 a.m. Monday morning, and I'm calling after a deplorable Parramatta loss to the Canberra Raiders.
Your team's not real.
Look, I'm staring down the barrel of the season for the boys, and it's fucked. Let's not sugarcoat this. We're fucked.
Yep.
Boys, I've come for some advice from some experts probably in this area. You know, you boys get carried by none other than Tommy Turbo,
Incorrect.
probably for the last 5 years, and he spent a significant amount of time on the sideline. We obviously have no Mitch Moses for the next sort of 10 weeks, maybe longer.
Is that how long he's out for?
I've had a look through the fixtures, and we're not going to win a fuck another game without him. Let's just be quite frank. Boys, how do us Power fans get the fuck up for these next 10 weeks? With Mitch Moses, we're a genuine premiership threat. I think we've shown that. Without him, we're a fucking bottom four side. You know, I've been a Power fan for a long time. You know, back-to-back spoons, but at least during those years we had Jared Hayne bouncing around doing some freakish shit once every 3 games. I don't see it getting better, boys. I need some comms here. I'm hurting. I've got a long week of work ahead of me. Thanks, lads.
There's something, firstly, I just love to do the Kiwi accent. Aotearoa, you know what I mean?
I really respect that dribbler.
Yeah, so do I.
He was
He's
honest. He was up front. He didn't sugarcoat the situation, and he presented his feelings in an articulate manner. Now, first thing I'd say to you, mate, after the back of a brutal loss on the weekend and the potential to go 0-10, 6:02 a.m. Monday morning. I hope you had your good day. I just want to start there.
Yeah. That's the least you can do.
It's the least you can do, mate. As long as you've got energy all day, you've given the liver a fucking cleanse.
Mental
and
clarity.
You got mental clarity to take on the week with gusto.
Yeah. Nutritional health ticked off.
That's at least something. BeGoodHealth.com.au, code dribblers, 20% off. Now, can I be honest with you, sir? Because you've been honest with us. When Tommy's gone down in the past, it has been fucking brutal. There's just no other way to put it. This year, and even last year to a degree when he went down in Origin, like because it's happened so frequently, unfortunately, we've developed systems and processes to sort of cope and get us through.
Coping mechanisms.
For example, the way that I coped last year was to start focusing on Ruben Garrick and the height of his fucking cheekbones and the beautiful football he was playing.
Or the raw and natural brute force of Hamole Olakawatu.
You know, or you look at DCE aging like a fine wine.
Your stubby Kulakana Cola's calves and just the speed that can be generated from the calves and the arse of the man.
That's right. And you're like, okay, you're a shiny new toy who can actually play rugby league.
The snapping technique of Jake Trebojevic, the never give up, never die attitude, or the emergence of Lachlan Croker into, you know, one of the most underappreciated hookers in the game of rugby.
Well, I was going to say the premier hooker in the comp. You've got to look for silver linings. You just have to. Yes, we missed the 8 last year. Yes, we did it on purpose. But within that, there are silver linings. Hamole Olakawatu, like, who the fuck are you, bro? Why are you so strong and powerful? You can watch that all day. Not a problem.
There is a difference, unfortunately, for this young Kiwi dribbler. and the Parramatta Eels, and you and I saying that the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, we did go through a period there where if Tommy wasn't playing, we were absolutely fucked. I think that's changing. And I think now
behind us.
The side that we had in those last couple of years that where Tommy was out were a young emerging side, a side of emergent throbbers. Whereas now, these gentlemen, these boys, these men, they're men now. Do you know what I mean? They're not. They've got 50, 60 games of rugby league football under their belt. They understand what is required of them, and we've just if you were to think of the Manly Sea Eagles side as a rainforest, right?
Mm-hmm. I'd be happy to do so, and
I think you should, because a rainforest is great for the environment. It is the environment, if you know what I mean. You want to look at the canopy? Tommy Turbo was the tree that stood head and shoulders above the canopy.
Got all the sunlight.
All of the sunlight, and fucked everything else, basically.
Beneath him.
But the other, what's happening at Manly now is that the canopy below Tommy has actually grown.
Up to him. And now what you'll see is...
There's a few more big trees that have grown up closer,
yeah.
And then the general height of the canopy has come up.
That's right. And our section of the rugby league forest, as it were, rainforest, is much higher than everyone else's. So we're getting all that light.
We're getting all the light, whereas the Parramatta Eels, who, you know, many are suggesting, not just us, may not even exist as an actual rugby league.
Well, tests are currently being done.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to you with the results. But Mitch
they're
Moses...
They're not very good at all.
Mitch Moses is the huge tree that's just been cut down by loggers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been logged. And then Dylan Brown, who's meant to be the other big tree, is basically...
Well, he's a sapling.
Well, he might even be below the canopy.
Well, he's a sapling.
Yeah.
Which we're starting to find
His
out.
trunk is not up to the rigours of rainforest work.
No, it's not. I hope that's helped. Sure helped me.
I fucking oath it helped. That felt nice.
Hey, boys. Nervous Bulldog Spriggler here after last night. Just sitting here having a chat with the boys in the group chat. First of all, how high do you reckon an NRL kickoff goes? And two, how many do you reckon you'd catch? Jeez.
Catch all of them.
Listen, if you have followed the podcast for more than a year or about a year, you'd know that we went out to Parramatta Stadium a couple of years,
last year.
May last year, and we took high balls. First things first, we dropped the first one, but we weren't allowed to play in sprigs. We were in fucking flat shoes and it was dewy. And so I hadn't been under a high ball for a while, overran it, and then couldn't run backwards, which I would have done successfully if I was in sprigs. But after that, after I got my eye in, which was just one kick, I didn't drop one. So I wouldn't drop any now, first thing. How high do they go? I'm going to say 25 metres.
I'd say more than that. I'd say 30, 40. The biggest ones.
40 metres.
Maybe.
A Burton one, right? Maybe into the 30s.
Just think about the 20-metre line. Like from the try line to the 20
It's harder. It's harder with fucking height, bro. Your eyes fuck out.
Of course it's harder. What's the height of a stadium? I'm like, that gives you then, like, how high to the roof? Then you work out, like...
Actually, no. Think about this. How far can they kick the ball?
Well, no, because gravity doesn't really take that much of a fucking...
But still, if you can kick the ball 50 metres, you could kick it 40 up.
I think 40... I don't think 40 is that crazy.
No, I'm changing my mind.
20's small.
I've changed my
25's
mind.
tiny.
Because you can kick 20 easy.
Easy.
They kick it 50 metres.
You could kick it 25.
What's a 40-20? How far is that?
60
metres. But it rolls and shit. It's not on the full. So you could get... I reckon they can easily kick it fucking 40 metres up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's about the limit.
Is there anything there where they've, like, speculated on Burton bombs? Now, I know that that's not...
I reckon Burton's some of his had 50 in them, now that I'm rethinking it.
But these are that's a bomb, not a kickoff. Still, I reckon a kickoff's going 40. How high's a goalpost?
Shit, they reckon Burton got a 70-metre torpedo.
Yeah.
Incorrect. I was incorrect. Wow.
You said 25 metres.
I wasn't thinking.
No.
Now, when I started thinking how far they kick it along the ground. I'm like, well, it's got to be more than that. 70-metre torp? That's
2022.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's huge.
I love that.
Yeah. Nice dribble. Did he say something else? Was there another question in there?
No, I just think he was
Could you
saying
kick
something.
it and
Maybe
how
about
hard
the
he
dogs.
kick
Kick
goes?
it, yeah.
How could I catch a Burton bomb?
70-metre one?
Yep.
Yeah, comfortably. That'd be easy. You got so much time to wait for it.
Dude, I mean, Callum Pong makes it look hard, but he's not that good.
No, mate, I could bloody boil a cup of tea, some toast.
You know what I mean? You just got to relax under it.
Yeah.
Those guys get a bit
They
frantic.
get a bit frantic. The key is just to relax. You're just trying to catch a ball, mate. It's not a big
It's
deal.
not the end of the world. Stop acting like it's the end of the world.
There's real problems.
And I
It's a
know
ball.
it swirls around and shit and like drops late on you, but like that's not that. You can just
If you're wearing boots, what are you wigging out about?
yeah. Just follow the trip. Just follow the ball.
Yeah, just catch
like
it.
use your eyes on that. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
If you can catch a pillow, you can catch a ball.
Yeah. You catch a cold, you can catch a ball.
Fucking oath. Well, I can't actually catch cold anymore.
No, neither. Good day.
But I can
Be
catch
good
a
health.
ball.
It'll come to you.
Tom, Eddie, Tobler, Cody, punters, and dribblers. Now, I was listening to your potty the other day about the alleged AFL team. That was when they had the hot piss, the players would suddenly get an injury. Now, I know this from a source, and this ain't no Buzz Rothfield type of source. Some NRL clubs have done the same thing, where players have had delayed returns for similar, let's just say, hot piss. I'd love to know your thoughts. Manly never, Rabbitohs forever. Love your work.
Look, it wouldn't shock me, but I just think rugby league. Dude, was there another story about an AFL player like last week that admitted to trafficking drugs?
I felt like you yelled something out in
Yeah,
here.
there was a former Collingwood player trafficking drugs. Like the AFL, at least visually, on vibe and vibe alone, seemed like so much more of a druggy sport. That's not taking them. I don't mean just like taking them. Everyone takes them. I don't like lot societally. AFL just seems to have so many drug scandals, bro. Listen, innocent until proven guilty. Rugby league, we done nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. That was just dribbler speculation.
Yeah, that was pure dribbler speculation, which is nothing more than pure dribbler speculation.
Nothing.
Shout out to Giraffes, which are on the screen at the moment. Great.
Hey boys, how you doing? Just finished listening to last week's Thursday pod where you guys talk about everything, and I am much more educated now than I was before listening to that.
You're welcome.
On one of the topics, Eddie was talking about the prostate being some sort of auto ejaculation button of sorts in the men.
Button.
And I think where he's seen this from is the movie Road Trip, where Sean William Scott, who plays Stifler in American Pie, goes to a donor centre asking a lady for help.
Yes.
And she gives him a finger up the old doot.
That's
and
exactly
he
where I got it from.
auto-ejaculates pretty quickly. So I don't know if it's true or not, but that might be where Eddie's seen it, and that might be where the confusion has come from.
That's exactly
Thanks, boys.
it. That's exactly it.
Exactly it.
That's exactly what's happened.
Didn't Sean William Scott have just one of the great early 2000s runs, playing the same character in every movie, but fucking hell, it was
Yeah,
a good character.
but there was at least there was those characters out there for him to play.
Mate, I don't get his IMDb up, but like early, every American Pie, Road Trip, fucking
Role Models was a good one.
Role Models
Paul
was
Rudd.
good. Jesus Christ, there was a bunch of them. I can't remember. He did one with The Rock in the jungle or some shit. Welcome to the Jungle. And I'm just missing heaps of them. But like that was quite a run. I hope he made shitloads of money. I bet he didn't.
He would have for the American Pies.
Bullshit. They would have paid him fuck all for the first one. They might have.
That's the first one. He was
But they
in all
may
of
have
them.
even signed him up to a few. Those hobbits made nothing for Lord of the Rings. Those little bastards.
Fuck off,
Dude,
really?
I'm pretty sure one, or maybe it was even
What if-
Orlando. Orlando Bloom said he made 170 grand.
For the whole thing.
Yeah.
What did Vito make?
Vigo.
Aragon. Vigo? Vito?
Vigo,
I think he's-
Vigo.
He's very
Viggo
Vigo.
Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen. The thing is, they probably knew they were going to make 3 Lord of the Rings, so they just signed them all up to 3. And then,
Well, they probably.
well, they would have.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, right, like you could go, if the movie stunk, they go, we're not making the other 2. But we
No, they filmed them all at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, literally, they filmed them all for over, like, 3 years. Like,
Okay.
and then
Imagine only getting 170 grand from that.
and they're
Off the back of it, though, like you get more work, right? Like if you're Orlando, you're
sort of. What's Vigo been in?
Vigo.
He was in Green Book recently, which was nominated
He
for
was
an
in-
Oscar.
Oh, that's
and-
He was
in
good in that.
Argo. Was he in Argo? Or am I making that up?
No.
No, but he was in one with Ed Harris where he was like a killer or some shit. I think he's got some work.
He
out
was
of it.
good in Green Book.
But again, not everyone in Lord of the Rings went on to great shit. Elijah Wood probably didn't.
Well, hell, Elijah was in that West Ham movie, Blowing Bubbles.
Yeah.
What was it
Green
called?
Street Hooligans.
Green Street Hooligans. And everyone was like, why the fuck is Frodo in this?
Frodo, yeah, good movie though.
Yeah, good movie, but
Samwise Gamgee, he was in 51st Dates.
He was also the boyfriend in Stranger Things. Everyone loved him.
Yeah, Sean Astin. He was only paid $250,000 for.
What did Vigo get?
I'm trying to find it. It doesn't really say.
Surely Gandalf, what's his name?
Ian McKellen.
He would have got
Yeah,
paid.
he was a big dog.
He was a big dog.
He was already a big dog.
Yeah.
But like,
have you watched the next two yet? You know it's the greatest trilogy of all time, don't you?
Frodo only got 250,000.
It got paid, I think, $1 million for the Return of the King.
What,
so I think it's 250 for the first two.
But they would have got
and
royalties.
Then they got paid
They'd be getting
$1 million.
fucking fat checks.
Not necessarily, dude. You aren't necessarily guaranteed that shit just because you're in it. Residuals and all that sort of stuff. Like maybe, but even then it may not, like your percentage of the overall it just depends on, because if you're a fucking nobody, they go, listen, you're going to be in Lord of the Rings, shut the fuck up. How about that? And then they'll go, but it's going to be huge. They go, sweet. Well, maybe we just go and I hear Daniel Radcliffe's fucking looking for another fantasy film. Maybe we go and talk to him. Obviously, they would never get Daniel Radcliffe, but you know
that would have been
saying.
so weird.
Do you know what I mean, though? You remember fucking Entourage? That's got to be exactly how it is.
Seriously. I don't know how anything works.
I don't know.
So
don't worry about
fuck
Sean
it.
Williams, Scott either. Just keep dribbling.
Boys, to live at home with my parents, Dribbler here, trying to save a bit of coin.
Nothing wrong with
Just
that,
listened
mate.
to episode 616, and my old man has just walked past my room whilst I'm listening to you guys talk about Fixie wanks. Yeah, he doesn't really understand what a podcast is and thinks I'm just on the internet looking up Fixie wanks. So, yeah, thanks for that. South Sydney 13 plus, Manly never.
Oh,
Cheers, boys.
That's tough.
Would you tell him about the death boner?
Yeah. You should have got him to come in, sit down. This is a bit of a father and son bonding time.
Yeah,
birds
you
and
bond.
the bees sort of stuff.
Yeah. That is birds and the bees.
At least show him about it.
It's birds and the death boners.
Yeah. A lot of people shocked by the death boner, ourselves included, and Instagram. They didn't love it.
No, they hated it, Tom. They absolutely hated it. That's at least what we're telling ourselves.
Yep.
Got nothing to do with our insecurities.
The death boner. Shout out to it. Let's move on.
So this is a bit of a special one, this one.
Okay.
Starving, by the way. Just want that on the public record.
Last one.
No, I wasn't pressuring you. I just wanted to let
okay.
everyone know in the room. You got a hungry boy over here.
I think it's still probably the last one.
It starts off a bit quiet.
Is this our old mate again?
Let's just listen.
Sounds like it.
It's certainly high quality. I only got one headphone working.
From the moment I tore open that sachet, I knew it was on for young and old. Oh yes, I proclaimed, they've done it again. You see, I've had many the all-male orgy, generously fueled by the critically acclaimed Big Day Rosé, but I'd often find myself on the receiving end of a rugby league hangover for the ages. A throbbing head, a throbbing anus, yearning for remedy. Alas, enter Good Day. You see, I like my vitamins like I like my men. Multiple at a time. Naturally, I'm a little apprehensive to consume a drink that appears to have something dissolving within its elements. A young Kenny, well, let's just say he may have been taken advantage of many a time, until they realize what they were working with. GHB, you say? I say, go hard, boys. Anyway, I digress. Back to Good Day. Mental clarity? Check. Decreased stress? Check. Boosted immunity? There's your trifecta. I feel like a young Ian Roberts when I consume this stuff. And I'm not talking about the Ian on the field either. Don't worry about poking yourself through that hole, Curtis. I'll run through this goddamn wall. I am so energized it ain't funny. I've even got Greensley to Adam Bant profusely trying to shut me down. Because this ain't clean energy, boys. This is dirty, rotten, scoundrel energy. I feel like a feculent little piglet roaming the streets of Kensington. And as the great Cosmo Kramer famously proclaimed when he decided to retire his underwear, I'm loving every minute of it. Not even Roger the Rabbit for Brie can outrun me. And Helen, you thought you had Bronson B sample in good nick. He's just the tip of the proverbial iceberg. I'll sink the Titanic, and I'll take all those seamen down with it. You have breathed fire into the soul of Kenny, Tom, and Ed, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Count the stars, Toblerone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm Ken from Kensington, the original White Mamba. Stick that in a tote bag and smoke it.
Jesus Christ, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Ken.
That's a review.
We love Ken.
Love you, Ken. Hey.
That's
Love
a
you.
review.
That's fucking elite.
BeGoodHealth.com.au if you want to get around the good day like Ken.
Well, proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?